to right now. Farpoint toys and collectibles. Retro to right now. Farpoint toys and collectibles. Retro to right now. It's time for Bartertown.
Oh, where are we? We're going through hyperspace. What's happening? What? You're just making something up.
No,
is that like the
that's
Temu version?
John Williams in my head.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Look, we're in hyper mode.
Is that what we're
We're in hyperspace mode. We're going through the stars.
Wow, we're warping. It's warp
We don't
time.
warp. It's light speed. We're not warping. This is Star Wars Day. It's May the 4th.
I gotta make the calculations in light speed.
Okay, Selena, you can turn the stars off. I'm getting dizzy just looking at them.
Happy Order 266.
It is Hal stole my joke. This
He did.
is Order 266. It's Bartertown 266 today. We've gone to Plaid. Alex said yes.
Happy May 4th.
Yes.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
I don't know when this became Star Wars Day. Sometime when
like
Disney bought.
Yeah, I think it was like a.
Sometime during the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, Earl actually is saying happy anniversary. Thank you, Earl.
We did have an anniversary.
I'm wearing Best Wife in the Galaxy, my shirt today, in honor of Star Wars
I don't know
Day.
who voted that for her, but they are right.
You bought me the shirt.
There you go.
So I'm assuming you thought I was, or maybe you meant it for someone else and I just happened to get it.
No. Someone else. I don't know any of our lives.
We did also have an anniversary this week, the two of us, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Hi, everyone.
So, welcome. I'm Justin, the Wookiee.
I am. Yeah, you should be wearing your little thing.
I am.
Yeah, you're not.
You can't see it. It's under my beard.
Wookiee costume. If you're the Wookiee, I guess that makes me the princess, or do I get to be Han Solo?
You're Han Solo.
I can be Han Solo. Selena, put those names up.
Our wedding rings actually say "I love you." I know.
I'm so fat now that my ring doesn't fit me.
She wouldn't let me have the "I know," even though it's Han Solo that says it.
No.
So they both say "I love you." I know.
I'm gonna back up this truck 1 second. So Princess Leia gifts the words to Han of "I love you." So Han gets the "I love you," and Princess Leia gets said to. He says to her, "I know." So therefore, she should have the "I know" ring, and Han should have the "I love you." But he didn't want to go with the correct logic of that. So we both have "I love you" and "I know." But my ring finger is too large to fit my ring anymore, so I have not been wearing it recently. Veronica, may the Schwartz be with you. You as well, Veronica. This is Spaceballs, the live stream, I guess, today, right?
Yeah, there you go.
We are, in fact, with the names, that is Justin, I am Penelope. We are the Farpoint Nostalgineers, coming to you live from the Farpoint Museum here inside of Farpoint, our shop here in Mays Landing, New Jersey.
The greatest shop this side of Alderaan. Actually, Alderaan doesn't have sides anymore, does it?
Well, first of all, it was a sphere to start with, so I don't feel
You could be
like...
on the side of a ball.
I don't feel like it had a side, really, to start with. I guess it did.
Sure.
Your yawning is killing me.
I'm like a grave-bound
You're a
ghoul.
grave-bound ghoul. This is a live sale, believe it or not. Like, this is what we're going to do here. After we're done chatting, talking, we've got a couple segments we have to do. Tucky Bucks. You VIPs, get ready. You might win some Tucky Bucks. We're going to do some special VIP trivia later on. I'm loving the VIP trivia. That worked out
Star
really
Wars
well last
trivia
week.
coming up for our VIPs.
Yes, but you have to be a VIP.
Listen, speaking of VIPs, we have a super secret VIP group.
It's not a secret.
And they got to claim some of this stuff early.
And
so
they did.
I'm going to pull some of this stuff off. I'm pretty sure R2 got claimed.
R2 definitely got claimed.
Beautiful Chrome Dome R2.
He's
Chrome
really
is
pretty.
Beautiful on
He's
that
really
R2.
pretty. I'll take him. He's going in a special...
He's going out to California.
California.
Woo!
Stop it with the yawning.
I didn't get a coffee. I need a... well, I'll go make one. Don't send...
Why would you say the words? Why would you say the words? Why would you say you need a coffee? Why would you say the words?
Because I need a coffee, but I don't need anybody to send coffee.
I need $1,000.
Okay. So, this is a claim sale, I promise. The stuff that our VIPs didn't already claim, we're going to check the group again, the super secret VIP group. If you want to get in on that VIP group and have things like, we're going to have Tucky Bucks today for our VIPs, we're going to have Star Wars trivia today for our VIPs. You can hang, you can watch, but you're not going to do any winning of that trivia because it's only for our VIPs.
Selena is distracted by stickers right now.
You're distracted by something because I already put the animation up.
I know you
so
did.
We're
Can
do
you
scroll,
type
though.
the address?
Yeah, the Patreon.
Please put the Patreon.
If you want to be a VIP, we would appreciate it very much. The VIPs are the sustaining members of what we do. the inner circle, if you will.
Yes, and we actually have we can talk about it a little bit today. We're going to start having some more VIP, like, I think, in-person event kind of things happening, maybe.
Oh, yeah. We have some announcements of stuff going on in the area that we're back into.
I'm very excited. Let's get the scroll
let's
going
do
first.
This is a claim sale. You know what?
Yes.
Can I go start a coffee while you explain the scroll?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Go for it. But only if you bring me some water back. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so for those of you whose first Bartertown this may be, it means you have to fight. This is a claim sale. What we're going to do is we're going to show you some items that are available for sale on one of our many high-definition, beautiful 1080p cameras. Once we've talked about the item, the condition, etc., any pertinent info you need to know, you can see it clearly on the cameras. We will then announce the price. Once the price has been announced, that means that claims are open. The first person that we see on our big screen of chronologically aggregated comments from all of our different platforms here, the first person we see comment claim and the name of the item or some derivative thereof, please be specific. You'll hear this noise. That means the item has been claimed and we need to shut up so that Selena Kermit, our production manager behind the screen, can tell us who has won the item. Do us a favor, if you are not planning on paying or not planning on paying in a timely manner, please do not bother claiming at all. Combined claims over $20 will ship for free within the United States. Anything less than that, we will charge you only exact shipping costs for any orders under $20. If you are a Farpoint domestic VIP, domestic Farpoint VIP, you get free shipping all the time. If you are an international customer, we do unfortunately have to charge you exact shipping, but we are not making any money on your shipping. We are charging you exact costs plus insurance, and that is it, just to get your stuff to you safely. At the end of the stream, we'll send you a checkout link. You can use any debit card, credit card, PayPal balance, Venmo to pay. You don't need a PayPal account. You can also pick things up in store if you prefer to pay cash. We do ask that you do that within a week, so by the end of next weekend, if you wouldn't mind doing that. If you have any questions, somebody here can answer them, whether it's us, another person watching, random aliens from other planets might just drop in. They might know the answers too. That's it. That's the stream. That's the scroll. I'm good. We can turn this off now. I don't know where to start. We've got a lot of cool stuff here. I don't have prices on this stuff, so I should probably...
Should start at the beginning?
You can check the VIP group for the prices.
I can do that. Let's see. You can go to camera 2. He's just out there shouting at me, like, from the other room.
He's not shouting at you. He's shouting
to me from the other room. Yes, let's see. Just make your coffee and hurry up. I really struggle. I really struggle doing this by myself.
Who's the drunk droid that fell over?
The drunk droid that fell over? I'm actually not sure. Let's see. Drunk droid. Alright, so I'm going to start you all guys off with some vintage Star Wars. This is literally just in. This does not get any fresher than this. We just bought this literally an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Some of these guys are complete. Some of them are not. I'll let you know as we go along what we've got going on here.
It's the Death Star droid. I found my Death Star droid in an empty dumpster when I was 7.
That's a good story. Who do I have here?
I had to go in for it.
I have got...
Which is why the fact that it was empty.
X-Wing Luke. No gun. Colors are nice and bright, though. I want $8 for X-Wing Luke.
Colors look good.
Listen, I know the color doesn't always transfer very well on screen and everything with cameras. These are all very brightly colored. Everybody is in very good shape. Just, I don't want to say minty, that's not a word I like to use. But the whites are pretty crispy. There's only a few issues here and there on some things, and I'll point them out as needed.
It's like a laundry soap commercial. Bright colors and white whites.
Your whites are white, your colors are colored. Alright, Greedo. We'll just knock out the first row there. Greedo, again, no gun, so he can't shoot first since he has no gun.
I was just going to say, Han shot first.
Also, $8 on Greedo. I'm sensing a pattern here.
How are his top 2 antennas? One of mine got broken off.
His top 2 antennas are in very good shape. The only thing I see about him, it's even slightly off kilter, is he has the tiniest blue mark on his arm. It looks to me like it's paint from the manufacturing process. He is very, very nice. Colors are very, very nice. Really no rubs at all on him.
His green does kind of pop.
You know, they're often chewed on. Like, you said your antenna were broken. If they weren't broken, like, I would have chewed on them.
I might have done. I don't know.
Next to him, we have the Death Star droid, as Selena pointed out. $20 on him. Again, I don't know if you guys can see this. His one leg's a little bit wibbly, but other than that, look at the colors on him. He's very crispy.
I looked in the dumpster was empty, and I was curious because it's weird to see an empty dumpster. So I stuck my head in to look
you stuck your head in a dumpster as you do.
Side door. I was wondering,
I just walk into.
And I
saw sticking your head into a dumpster.
And I saw this silver thing at the far end, and it looked like it looked like an action figure.
Yeah.
So after a little bit of talk with my friends and trying to see who was going to do it, who's going to do it after, who wanted it badly enough, I decided to climb in the thing. And I climbed in and walked across the floor of it and picked this up, and it was a Death Star droid, and I have him to this day.
I was going to say, you still have it to this day.
More of a dump star droid, am I right? Am I right?
No.
Am I right?
Speaking of dump stars, are you guys watching Andor? Tell us what you think in the comments. The first season was so perfect and so amazing. I don't want to say I'm let down by the second season. The first season was just so good.
The first season is a masterpiece.
It is.
The second season has been decent. A little like up and down, maybe a little bit like inconsistent. But if I didn't have the first season to compare it to, I think I'd appreciate it more.
Yeah, me too.
But that we rewatched the first season and it's so freaking good.
It's literally from beginning to end.
It's the best Star Wars that ever Star Wars.
Every moment.
Where are we
perfect.
at?
I just got through the first row. So far, no claims.
Leia, Jawa.
No, the row in front.
Oh, okay.
The actual.
All right,
row.
we got a very nice R5D4 with a complete sticker.
Absolutely beautiful R5D4. I have to say, I was commenting on these figures. Overall, they are in a very nice shape. That Greedo is freaking immaculate.
Yeah, how are his eyeballs? Good.
Everything's about him is literally perfect, except right here on his left arm. It's got to be a manufacturing defect. It has a tiny bit of blue on it, but it's not like a scuff or like a rub. It's like on him.
What do we got on that R5?
I can't explain that. R5D4 is $30.
Gorgeous. His chrome is nice. His sticker's very nice.
Yeah, he's very nice. Earl, one of the only things I really loved about the season so far was her dancing, because there was a thing to it. It wasn't just dancing.
3PO, Goldenrod. He's got wibbly legs, but his gold is very nice.
His color is very nice.
Yep.
$20 on C3PO. I loved the dancing because it was more than just dancing. She had a whole thing going on in her head, and she was dancing and drinking so she wouldn't scream and cry, and I really appreciated that.
It's like my life.
That's just me.
Small head Han.
Is that Han Solo on the list here? I'm sorry, I just want to make sure there's not more than one. He's the only Han today, right?
Yeah.
$30 on Han.
On a very nice small head Han.
No gun, but he is the paint. I can't.
Yeah,
his arms are not discolored. The paint is very nice.
My guy's paint is all scratched.
I cannot express in words.
Upgrading some of the museum pieces.
R5D4 is the first figure I bought.
It's not a red bar or anything, right?
No.
I was going to say, you certainly noticed.
You want to talk about gorgeous?
Oh.
So there were 3 stormtroopers in this collection. This one, which is like.
That stormtrooper has no.
He's never seen battle.
No chance of getting deported. Look how white he is.
Oh, buddy.
Star Wars so white. Where's that 7-second delay? This is not your camera screen tricking you in any way. This guy is I hate to use the word mint, but he's so pretty. He's crispy white.
Complete with his gun.
We have got $40 on the Stormtrooper. The other 2 Stormtroopers in this collection, one of them had the very average. They all had this like yellow middle. Yeah. And the other one had been shot through the chest by a BB gun, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, he's going into the museum collection.
Is he?
Yep.
Because he got shot with a BB gun?
Well, no, because he can like be as an army builder in one of the bases.
He can be up there in the Death Star, where the Death Star
complete
is located.
white-haired. Obi-Wan.
Yes, complete, and again, white hair, not gray hair, whatever other color hair. $40 on Obi-Wan.
The lightsaber still has its tip.
Yes,
that's a big
deal.
Yes,
the lightsaber still has its
very big
tiny
deal.
little tip there.
Keith, I'm interested to see where all the characters that we are currently experiencing go, because they are never mentioned again
Dead.
In Rogue One. So I'm guessing everybody's just gone at that point.
I want them to get into what's his name?
Luthen Real.
Luthen's backstory. I want to know more about Luthen.
He had to have been some kind of Jedi or Jedi adjacent.
But okay, but if not, I'm cool with that. Like, I'm not like for.
Can you explain how else could he have a lightsaber gunship?
I don't know if those were lightsabers. I think they were lasers. There are other things besides lightsabers that are lightsaber-esque in the Star Wars universe. The weapons that the Kylo Ren people had. What are those people? His
Knights
squad.
Of Ren?
The Knights of Ren.
Are you mansplaining Star Wars?
They were lightsaber-esque, but they weren't lightsabers.
They weren't lightsabers.
No.
They were
lightsaber
vibro axes.
Right. How much is Obi-Wan?
Lightsabers, $40.
Look how nice this cloak is.
That is really nice.
Yep.
$40.
Luther Ren definitely has
Rail.
definitely has definitely has vibes, like Jedi vibes, like gray Jedi vibes. But
he kind of reminds me of you know the guy.
Oh, Balin
Yeah.
Tush.
Did you just make up? Oh, what was the name I made up? It was so good.
Hector
No,
Tavares.
I made up Boz was the last name. What was the first name?
I forget what
So
it was
that
based on.
writes this down.
Hondo? With a J.
It wasn't Hondo because there was already a Hondo.
Yeah.
I would have said there's already a Hondo.
I don't know.
But you're right. It was like.
I put it on Facebook, I think. Hammerhead, no gun, $8. Again,
Beautiful Hammerhead.
for loose figures, the coloring on these guys.
You
is
can call
very
him
good.
Mau Nadine if you want.
I believe
Eddie Baez.
You're just killing
Baez?
with names today,
Hello?
huh? Killing with names today.
Hammerhead, I believe, was the second figure I bought after I got my collection back out of storage and started trying to complete it. R5D4 was the first.
Complete Chewie.
Complete Chewie, $20 on Complete Chewie.
Again, very nice.
Eddie, X-Wing Luke is $8, no gun. But I've said about these figures a couple times. These just came in today.
Those colors,
The colors
pop.
are
Here's
beautiful
the thing.
on these figures.
Usually his
Right.
boots, you can see the orange. They're not rubbed.
Colors are really nice.
Yeah, these are just
Yeah,
in
like
really
minor-
great shape.
Minor
This
rubbish.
was a very lightly played with childhood
I
collection.
did not put a price on him. I need to look him
You
up.
did not put a price on
Mine
them.
are so rubbed that for a minute, I didn't realize that the both boots weren't supposed to be the same height. I thought it was just rubbed off. Oh, this is
As I knock everyone down.
Blue Snaggletooth, gorgeous with a gun.
Is
Ooh,
it the card?
Snaggletooth.
Look how nice his boots are, and his
He's really good. I'm actually gonna Vanna White him a little bit.
his boots and his belt buckle.
I want everybody to see this. Wait,
Blue-
actually, let's go to camera one.
Blue Snaggletooth. What's Blue claiming Eddie Baez claiming Luke X-Wing? Blue Snag. I
Thank
thought
you, Eddie.
Snaggletooth was red.
Well, we all know that Blue Snaggletooth was a Sears exclusive only. He doesn't even have is his. So sometimes his body discolors from his limbs, all the same color.
So I'm going to tell you right now, the only issue with this thing is a factory issue, and I'm going to explain it once I show it off on camera here. So first of all, look at them, their boots. Can you guys get a good look at that?
Mine does not have such good boots.
His belt buckle is very nice.
I'm not sure mine has a belt buckle.
So we haven't announced it yet, Eddie. Give me a second to talk about him a little bit. I don't know if the camera is even good enough for you to see this. Let me try to put it on camera too. Let's just keep going through all the cameras until you guys can get a really good look at
It'll end
this.
up on Tucker Cam.
It's fine. You can probably see it a little better on there. So right next to his right eye, he has a tiny little black mark. It is it's a mispaint. It's obviously its hair color that just hit him right there by the eye.
Look at the bottom of his feet. Does he have a dent on the bottom, or is it smooth?
He's smooth.
So there's no toe dent. I believe that's a rarer version.
Oh wow.
I mean, the dent is normally very pronounced.
Absolutely.
There's a very slight dent on this. It's not pronounced.
No, it's pronounced when it's a toe dent. Show off his boots.
I'm not seeing, like, if I put it in the light, you can kind of see a little bit of an indentation, but that's not what the dent normally looks like. His boots have a few rubs. It's really hard to get a good look on there. These cameras don't do close-ups super well. His belt buckle is really nice. The only thing I really feel the need to speak on is right there next to his eye. I don't know if you guys can even see it. It's so small. He's got a black mark next to his eye, and it's obviously hair color
It's
paint.
just barely that little dot.
It's obviously just hair color paint. It's not a rub. It's not a scratch.
It's not a magic mark or
Listen,
anything.
in that
like
condition, with can you see blue on his boots, like rub through?
Only in like one or two tiny places. There is a scratch on his boot. There's a little bit of a rub along the top edge, which is pretty normal.
He's going to be in the store for $400. I'll put him on Bartertown for $370.
I love that.
He's got his gun too. Go start looking up Blue Snaggletooth. I could probably put him on eBay and get close to $5, honestly, because his body's not discolored from his limbs. That happens a lot.
It's normally like his body's a little like greenish, just like the
Yeah, mine almost
Stormtrooper turns yellow.
looks
It's just a
turquoise
yellowing.
in spots.
Yeah, that's a fairly normal
Hey,
thing.
Batman.
That's a bad agent right there.
So I think we have a total of 3 segments today. Should we start trying to knock some of them out?
Yeah, what we got?
We're going to do trivia.
Okay.
We're going to do Tucky Bucks. And we want to... We kind of already talked about our anniversary. We don't have to talk about that.
Nah.
But we want to talk about our encounter at Farpoint.
Yeah.
Let's do Tucky Bucks first.
Let's knock Tucky Bucks out of the way.
People who win it can spend them.
What's up, Bob?
Cool. Okay.
Rob Lafferty.
All right.
Tommy, thank you.
Sonia.
Tammy.
Start with the thingy.
The wheel?
No, the thing.
animation.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do Tucky Bucks for the VIPs. Once a month, the first put all of our VIPs' names on a wheel, and spin that wheel, and they will get to win 25 Tucky Bucks. Now we have different levels of VIP, so for every level, for every $5 tier, like the first tier is 5, the second tier is 25, and then so on. For every $5 you spend as a VIP for your tier,
on the wheel.
you get your name on the wheel. So if you're a $25 VIP tier, you get it on there 5 times. So you're about to see a lot of $5
You're about to see
slices.
a lot of names on this wheel.
Good luck to all of our VIPs who re-up this month. Did everybody re-up this month?
Yeah.
We're all good?
Yeah.
Here comes the wheel. You get the 25 Tucky Bucks,
Look
which you
at
can
all
spend.
those names. Holy
You can
cow.
spend it on Bartertown.
Right now.
You can spend it on our online store.
Yes.
Or you
after I
can
give
come
you
here
a
and
code.
spend it in store.
Yes.
In this location.
All right. Are we ready? Good luck to
Everybody
all
wish
the
our VIPs luck. We love. Do you lucky VIP in Star Wars?
What?
I don't know. It's all coming out in
I
one
can't
shot.
read that.
It's all coming out in one
I'm sitting in
girthy.
front of it and I can't read it.
What does that say?
It says nothing.
What? How is it blank? How is it blank? Did you see that?
Yes, I see it. There's literally a blank spot on the wheel.
Why? I mean, I guess spin again? That had no name on it. There is no name on
There
it.
is no name on it. There's a blank spot on the wheel.
All right, that's interesting.
That is weird because
Alright,
there's
great,
no blank
okay.
spot on the list.
All right, we will spin again.
Hopefully it doesn't land on a random blank spot again.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
a
I didn't-
first.
I
But
didn't
it's
click,
definitely a first.
I didn't click remove or anything.
You should have,
I
probably.
was trying to figure out what it was about. I didn't want to remove it, but
Alright.
then it faded.
All right, yeah. No, we're
All
excited.
right,
Let's
more
go.
Star Wars stuff coming out of my
Lands
mouth.
on the same empty space into the screen.
I'm excited to see what happens here. All right.
Mike James,
We got a
congratulations, Mike.
We just saw Mike today. Mike stopped in today.
We did. That's so funny.
Congratulations, Mike! You just won 25 Tucky Bucks to use, like we described. Thank you for being a VIP.
Yep, there's the empty spot.
That's really weird.
Where?
Maybe it's that way to make the spaces even, and then it's like a 1 in 500 chance that was going to happen.
I don't
That's
see how it
wild.
could be.
There's
This
no
is-
empty spot.
I thought there was a blank line like at the start or the end of the list, but there's not.
Okay, that's
Okay,
really weird.
well let's
At any
move
rate,
on.
Congratulations, Mike, and thank you to
Everybody
everybody.
wins.
Greg said it's a blank because it's me because he's never there. That's not true.
The Invisible
Man is a VIP. Again, thank you all for being VIPs.
We appreciate you all very much.
We're going to have more VIP only action near the end of the stream,
Yep,
I think.
we're going to do some VIP only trivia.
Yeah, I think
Everybody can hang out. Everybody can play in their own home, but only VIPs can win.
All right, who's next? We didn't finish up here.
I think we did.
The Jawa, we definitely didn't mention.
Oh, we got 2 complete Jawas.
One of them is drunk and fell over.
It happens
Houdini.
in best of families.
This is going to be a bang-up price because we have a lot of complete Jawas
We
for some
literally,
reason.
we literally have, I think, 6 complete Jawas.
These are
currently.
gorgeous. I'm going to charge you a Jawa what the gun alone goes for. $40 each.
$40. Jawas, fabricate Jawas.
Their
obviously.
gun goes for that by itself.
Hello,
Their
Chris.
arms
nice to
their
see
hands
you.
are in nice shape. What's up, Chris? Keith? Everybody?
So $40 per Jawa. If there's a sudden mad run on Jawas, I do have
We
a
have
few more
more.
in the case.
I have a very special gift here. Very special
It's a
thing.
very special
It's
thing.
Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber display case with Anakin's head in it or something.
I believe it's probably a watch. I'm just going out on a
don't
limb
know.
here.
Open watch.
It's a
I
watch.
believe it's a watch.
It's an
Yeah.
Anakin watch and a
It's a watch.
Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber.
It's a watch.
Episode
Watch
1
the
did
vertical
all
time display.
kinds of interesting stuff. What did Eddie say?
No May 4th sale on Star Wars. Eddie,
This
please,
is the sale.
This is the sale.
please go look up the prices that we're quoting and realize that we are way
What's
lower than you're
HM
gonna
on the
see.
Jawa? I don't know.
How
what it
much?
is.
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
How
$40.
much?
Listen, the price is the price.
Yeah,
If you can get it cheaper, please do.
yeah. We invite you to.
Yep. Maybe they are cheaper. I don't know.
Okay, how much is Anakin's head floating in a jar?
$10. $10 for
There's
this.
your sale. $10
I
on
love
Anakin's head.
the episode 1 stuff. There's so much
I don't.
weird
Yeah, like the
episode
random,
1
the random stuff.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm good.
Jar Jar shampoo.
I much prefer the vintage movie stuff because you end up with like Princess Leia soap.
I have Batman shampoo.
I like that stuff.
Do you remember my Batman shampoo?
I do. I love that. Do you
Me
remember
too.
my Batman
Did it
brush?
smell like vengeance?
It did not smell like vengeance. What does vengeance smell like?
Just come sit next to me, baby.
Vengeance smells like when your sibling opens a toy store and owns every Star Wars toy you ever owned as a child, and as well as every toy you asked for and didn't get.
I've got
I guess, but your Star Wars collection has grown.
Oh, it has immensely. What was the verdict on Blue Snag's toe bump?
So Blue Snag does not have the dent in the bottom of the foot. Nope.
I'm gonna drop back to camera 1 for a
So
hot minute.
on his toe, on the front
They
of
all
him,
have.
he's got the dent on the
Oh,
top.
maybe that's the dent they mean. So I've seen different dents on Snaggletooths. Go to camera 2. On the bottom, I've seen
There's an
an
indentation, on the bottom
and I
of
always
the
thought
foot.
that's what they meant because this is
They
smooth.
mean they mean that there's the top.
Then there's like a small, tiny
He does, yes, he has one on the top.
dent on the top. Where is it? Right there. Those aren't dents. Those are his toes. Yeah, on the right
On
foot
the right
there.
foot, on the big toe, there's a little indentation. The
So
camera
it is a
doesn't do
toe
well
dent.
with close-ups.
It's hard to see.
So this
And I'm
snag is in
shaking.
very nice shape.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at the boots.
The only thing
He's
that,
discoing it up, man. There's the Gene Simmons Kiss boots.
the only thing that I want to point out, if you want to show him, try to show them the head a little bit. The head. The other eye. Go to the right eye. Yeah, there you go. You see he has a little birthmark next to his eye. That is hair paint that somebody got on his face.
At
Yeah,
the
it's
factory,
factory.
That is a factory thing. He's in very nice
His
shape.
belt buckle's nice. His body is the same color as his arms.
He's not discolored, yeah.
So
I forget what you put on him.
I think I said 370.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to sell it on eBay. You know what I mean? And that's where it'll go. It'll go on eBay for a good amount. I'm shocked at how nice the boots are, to be honest with you.
That might be the
It might
nicest
look like
snag
there's
I've ever seen.
blue on the tops of his boots, but it's not. It's shadow. Honestly, it's not really
There's
blue
a
coming
tiny
through.
bit at the top. There's a tiny bit around the insides of his ankles.
He's beautiful. He's beautiful.
He's really nice.
Go find one.
I've also got a complete reuse. I'm gonna do $15 on reuse.
Would I happen to have an Endor, Luke, Han, or Leia? Eddie, I can go look for you.
There's a very good chance.
Oh, so Bill, lay it on me.
I'm gonna go to camera
Which
1.
one was Sears and which one was in the 2-pack? I know that the toe dent existed, obviously, and we know that it came with the Sears Cantina. Which is the correct for the Cantina? Because now I might need to have 2 in the museum. He might not even be for sale. Who knows?
I like money. I like to pay bills, so he's for
Yeah.
sale.
I know.
What else do I have here? Let me just go over what I've got. What else I have over here? So we had a small head Han, incomplete. I also have a big head Han, and he is complete. $40 on complete big head Han. You can go to camera 2 at your leisure. He's in his little case there. $40 on big head Han.
So I guess Big Head is the more rare variant.
I mean, they're both. No, I mean, they're about the same.
Big Head Han was my introduction to the fact that variants existed. You gave me one. You were all excited. You're like, I have something for you. And, I take it out and it's a Star Wars guy I already have. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice. And you're like, no, you don't understand. It is. And here's why.
He has 3 different heads.
Yeah.
I'll let you do your Endor stuff first.
Complete Endor Han. Right here. Very nice. $50. Now, I don't know when I priced that, so I'm not sure what prices have done. I haven't looked them up recently, so I might be low, I might be high. I don't know. And complete Endor Leia with the blue blaster. I have $100 on it. Again, I might be low, I might be high. I don't know. We'll see if they move.
Yeah, the longer you stick around, maybe.
Maybe
they'll get a little cheaper if we don't sell anything else.
Endor Han for me represents the last figure of my active collecting years. I would have been about a freshman in high school
You
when
were
that
older,
one
yeah.
came out. Yeah. and he was the last. He was one of the nicest figures in my collection because he was one of the last that was bought.
I also brought over an Tauntaun, solid body.
Jack V would like Big Head Han.
Big Head, Jack, yours. He's complete with a go.
He is.
Tauntaun is complete, but he has cracked rings.
He does have broken rings, which, if you are a Star Wars collector, you know is a thing.
Huge thing.
With them.
Although his the belt for his is nice. Sometimes that's broken as well. That's actually
mine's got a broken belt.
Yeah, sometimes they get broken around the connector part. I got $30.
I think my rings are not broken though.
That's cool.
Oh, Selena.
It's funny that
we might do business.
The Jawas are just like laying down on the job back here.
Look, Danny.
I'm gonna throw them in the hole. Woo. What else we got?
All right, so I'm at 40 on Endor Han and 85 on Endor Leia, and that's why we're here. You're welcome, Eddie. Thank you for hanging out and continue to hang. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We have this Power of the Force electronic C-3PO carry case.
Does it talk?
I think it does.
Does it work?
Do I need to be on the other camera?
Push his mouth.
Push his mouth. That's what she said.
Oh, good. I had no idea that case spoke.
Oh my.
So this one does, the vintage one didn't.
No.
Okay.
No electronics. What's funny is it's some of the vehicle re-releases of the same molds for Power of the Force. They took away electronics.
Yeah.
They did electronic versions and non-electronic versions. But like this stuff, they added electronics to all kinds of stuff.
That is not Anthony Daniels' voice.
What do we got here?
I don't know. You brought it over. You tell me.
I read Anthony Daniels' biography of his time as C-3PO.
What's the title?
I don't remember, but I'll look it up. Really great read. I loved it.
I got $50 on this. It still has its.
It still works. I
it
can't
still
believe
works,
the
and it
batteries
still has
work.
its
It's mint in box, I guess.
Yeah,
you
it's
could
got
say,
its
right?
box.
Keep an eye on the.
It
Keep an eye
comes
on
out of
the
it, but it's
things
still
first.
got its original box.
Keep an eye on the claims for a second. I want to look up the title of that book.
And that's free shipping, so that
Did you say
it's tough.
50?
Yeah. And I really can't
And
go
that
much
is-
cheaper because.
If I'm shipping this to Hawaii,
Exactly.
which I would do, I would ship this to Hawaii for free. If I'm shipping this to Hawaii, it's going to cost me a pretty penny.
I have a heck of a lot here that's super cool. Super cool.
Oh, is that a complete run from one number to one number?
Pretty much.
Like solid run is what I meant to say.
Oh, don't get anybody too excited, but
All right.
but pretty solid. Pretty solid.
All right.
It's called I Am C-3PO, the
A
inside
lot of
story.
Whitman. So this is what I would call a reader lot.
Okay.
You know, like VG, all complete
Are we
books.
moving this? Do you want some easels? I have tons of easels here.
I guess.
Just to talk about.
Pull the vintage guys off for now?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. I have nowhere to put stuff that didn't sell on my side. I have only room for things that did sell.
And he's looking at or for vehicles
What kind of
like the Y-wing. Eddie, if you can throw me a couple more examples.
got a Y-wing.
So Keith, that's a great question. Is there any danger of gold plastic syndrome with this case?
No.
It's not chromized.
Well, it's not.
It's not like vac.
It's not the color of 3PO.
It's not dense gold plastic. Like Transformers is like hard.
It's not that like
Yeah.
highly metallic.
Whatever that is, yeah.
You know, like he was trying to say, the Transformers gold plastic that tends to get very brittle is by nature not forgiving. It's very hard.
Yeah. That's soft.
This is the soft plastic, so no, you're not gonna have gold plastic
No,
syndrome with these.
the clips still work and everything.
Yeah, everything's still good.
Justin Bill's come through with some good information for you. The toe dents were the bad early molds. They came with Sears playset. The non-toe dents were in the 2-pack with Greedo.
Interesting to know. Thank you, Bill.
I'm just gonna jam this under the table.
I feel
So
like I have to
this
break that
is,
down.
there's a lot of Whitman versions in here, but this is Marvel, Star Wars.
I'm on the wrong camera. Please hold.
Now
This is
tell
a
us
run.
about Whitman. What is the
I
deal
mean,
with
it wasn't the
Whitman?
wrong
So
camera.
Marvel did the original run, but I think the company Whitman paid to do reprints.
Licensing rights for
Yeah,
reprints.
right.
I'm trying to pull this one out. It's gonna work better for you.
But they didn't have like the SKU or whatever Marvel had written down here. Whitman's just a company. So, you know, that's a reader number one. It's all faded, but it's all there. But here's the deal. You got 1,
I'm just gonna keep going.
2,
The colors are in better shape. Obviously,
they get better as we go.
I was gonna say, obviously, the
3.
pile had 1 at the top.
4. Now, if you care about this kind of stuff, you got all kinds of things like first Darth Vader, first blah blah blah. 5.
I
6.
had a couple of those as a kid. They
7.
did not survive. I read my books over and over and over
8.
again.
Okay,
9.
That's a big pile you have there. Are you gonna do this for all of them?
There's 1 through 10, right?
That looks like a little run.
This is 1 through 55.
Okay.
I have it written there.
All right.
It's missing 3 issues, 1 through 55.
I'm gonna go off camera too now.
We have got 1 through 21.
All right, so 22 is missing.
23 through 40.
So 41 is missing.
42 through 46.
47 is missing.
And 48 through 55.
So it's solid 1 through 55 missing. 22.
I wasn't done.
Okay.
Plus annual number 1.
Plus annual number 1.
So you're missing 22, 41, 47.
That's it.
And that's it.
You're missing 3 issues in the first 45. They're not... The only issue that's really a massive issue is 68, so it doesn't go that deep anyway. 68 is first that Boba Fett. Not first Boba Fett.
Yeah, wasn't
It's a Boba Fett cover. Or 48.
Which one was first Boba Fett?
I don't know, because there's first Mandalorians in this. Wait! First Boba Fett's in this. Holy crap, wait a second.
Please hold your call is very important.
That's first Boba Fett with the 3 bounty hunters. I'm getting them confused, I think.
It's a yellow cover.
Is it?
It's 68.
Alright, then hold on a second. Because there's one in here that's it has Boba Fett on the cover, and it's not. 68, I think, is the first mention of Mandalorian.
So is 42 first Mandalorian? And first Mandalorians, I think that might be it.
I think 42 is first Boba Fett. Now that I'm looking.
Let's see. Let's do some research. I thought it was 68.
I think that's first Boba Fett. I believe that's first Boba Fett. That's a big deal. That's first Boba Fett, right?
I'm having trouble figuring it out.
68 is first mention of the word Mandalorian.
Okay, that makes sense.
Bill says 42 is first Boba.
First mention of Mandalorian is not that big a deal.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
Is 42 one of the ones not in there?
No, it's
No,
here.
42 is here,
It's right here.
which makes this.
A little
Changes
nicer
the
than we
game. It
thought.
changes the game a little bit.
That's not Whitman, right? It's Marvel.
It doesn't say on the front. It's got to be
Let me look at it.
It's got to be Marvel. It's Marvel. It says Marvel on the inside. It doesn't say Whitman.
It says Marvel right across the top.
Where? Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it's right there.
Newsstand, first print.
First Yoda?
Yeah, apparently 42, if I'm understanding Bill correctly, 42 is first Yoda too, making it a very busy issue.
Well, that makes sense because it's all
It's that section of the story.
Empire
yeah.
Strikes Back, right?
Bill, if you want to see more pictures of the blue snag, I know our close-ups aren't that great on camera, but hit us up on Facebook. We can send you some more images. He does have the dent on his toe. Eddie, it's going to be the whole lot. We're not going to piece it out.
Yep.
It's going to be for the entire lot, whatever our price is.
But this is going to be a bang-up price if you want this whole lot, because it's got first Boba Fett in it.
That's cool. And that one was further down the pile, so it's in better shape.
I know Boba Fett is super popular, but I'm more excited about
That to
first
me
Yoda.
is a.
You're the comic guy. You tell us what you think.
It's definitely a find. It might be a VF, to be honest with you. It's a fine plus. It's got a couple checks on the edge, but honestly, it's a solid. It's definitely better than a VG. That's a very nice book.
All right. So what are you thinking about the whole lot?
I have to rethink the whole lot now because I was under the impression.
You didn't realize the first Boba Fett was in here because you thought it was 68.
Yeah. $200 for the whole collection.
All right, Eddie, you heard it here first. $200 for the whole bunch. It's 1 through 55 plus annual number 1. Missing issues 22, 41, and 47, including the first appearance of Boba Fett. So I need to go back to camera 2.
Odd that 41 would be missing and not 42.
Luckily.
You can't see
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised.
$200 for the lot. We're doing it live. Yes, we are.
You get asked the price again. I'm like, hang in there, my dude. He's got.
Eddie was really chomping for this.
He's literally
asked for the price like 5 times.
He's literally working it out as we speak. Like his.
Dude, I can't stand this.
His little gears were turning.
If I click the Facebook, our video, it goes to some chud woman.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm not sure what's going on with Facebook. Rubbishy. Facebook, when I click on it, it takes me right to our video, so I'm not sure what you're saying. I apologize for your problems there. All right, $200 for that lot of 53 comics, including Andrew. Since you just tuned in, we'll go over this again for you. I have got Star Wars comic issues 1 through 55 plus annual number 1, missing issue 22, 41, and 47. But obviously including first appearance of Boba Fett here.
That was a big surprise.
Overall,
VG average.
VG average on the lot.
As we get later on, they get into fines and maybe VFs. The most important book in this lot is definitely going to be
42?
The Boba Fett, 42. Number 1 is a Whitman reprint, and it's like a VG. You know, it's a nice reader lot, but it's got some keys. $200 for all of them. That's 53 comic books, right? Even if, that's...
Where does it say
that? The average is less than $4 a piece. That book she's holding right there is a $100 book easily. So.
Where does it say Whitman?
On the Whitman reprints?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. Oh, that's Marvel. That's a Marvel reprint.
This doesn't.
I thought it was Whitman because it would say Whitman inside or on the outside actually.
No.
Hold on a second.
It's a diamond.
Yeah, which is it means it's a reprint. I'm confused. Hold on one second. I thought the Whitman ones were the ones without the SKU codes.
This is a reprint of a previously published issue, so it's definitely a reprint.
I might be freaking out because that's a 35-cent. Star Wars number 1. I know there's a big deal about like a 35-cent variant. But it's different. Yeah, it doesn't have the diamond. There is an expensive 35-cent variant, but it doesn't have the diamond.
No, it's a square, or rectangle rather. Yep. The interior text says that it's only 30 cents, which is interesting.
They probably never changed it from because it originally was 30 cents.
It was originally 30 cents, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. It's a nice lot.
I love that Princess Leia is just a floating head. She has no body.
Oh, she's got a body.
Like literally nobody has a body except Luke. All right, $200 on that. If anybody wants to jump on that.
We got anything else going on?
We have all these carded figures.
All right.
And then Toy Story stuff.
Hey.
Well, it fits because John Ratzenberger was in Star Wars, wasn't he?
He was in Empire Strikes Back.
So he's on Hoth, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's my connection because he's also in Toy Story.
We should have made that a trivia question.
Well, too bad we didn't.
Oh, we still have Eddie was asking earlier about vehicles.
He wants
like
to know
a
if
Y-wing or an interceptor.
Eddie, where do you live? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't like shipping big vehicles.
We have a Y-wing, but it's not in great shape. Like I don't know if I want to pull it off the ceiling.
Yeah.
He said it doesn't have to be complete.
John?
I don't know what his cutoff would have been.
We want to do some like cheapy stuff here.
Yeah. Who's ready for $6 Star Wars?
I am.
Man, it's hot in here.
Is it? Did you turn the fan off?
I didn't touch the fan.
I didn't turn the fan off. The fan is off.
Oh, I might have turned it off when I was eating dinner. I don't know.
Alright, $6 Star Wars, huh? You alright? Here, help me out.
You alright?
I just sent a note to Eddie, like, don't dock yourself on the stream, but give me a state and, like, a side, because, like, if you're in Texas, West Texas and East Texas are 3 states away from each other for all practical purposes.
Alright.
Okay, what do we got going on?
$6 Star Wars. As I say the name of the character, you can claim it.
Alright, let me just get to
Don't claim it before I say the name. Death Star Gunner. No, is that Death Star Gunner?
That is Death Star Gunner. Yeah, don't claim it before he says the name, because I'll still ring the bell and I'll get scolded.
Mon Mothma.
She's freeze frame Mon Mothma.
She's probably popular right now.
$6. Holographic Emperor, $6.
Palpy. Sheev.
Palpy.
Mon Mothma is one of those
holographic Skiff Guard. Weequay?
that I would have wanted in the vintage.
Holographic Dengar. $6. I sense a pattern here. Is that Annie?
It is. It's older Anakin.
Flashback, old Anakin. Sebastian Shaw. Flashback. $6 on any one of these green cards. See the last?
Yeah, it's a Death Star gunner again. Please excuse Justin, he had to put the fan on, which I'm very grateful for because it's hot back here.
I'll turn the air down. I haven't changed it from earlier.
I turned it down this morning when it was hot out here. So
yeah, it's on. Oh, we may put it on like 67?
No.
John said he wishes you sold car parts.
I might have some Mopar parts popping up, John.
I'd claim a serpentine belt for a Volkswagen Beetle.
We were just talking about that earlier today.
Well, I'm kind of torn because I'm only going to have the car for another, what?
John's car's looking good. He just added a bunch of...
Was that the green I saw?
Yes. John's
so lucky. Was that your idea to do the green? No.
I don't think so. I'm definitely not my idea. Other people have done it. John is lucky.
$6 Lando. Anybody?
John has it's a Dodge color. It's called Sublime. He's lucky because the pollen right now, you can't tell if his car's covered in pollen because it's that color green. He's so lucky.
Man, you can sure tell my car's covered in pollen.
Terrible. Oh, your black car, yeah. Did you do General Lando? You good on this?
Yeah. So these are a little better. I think we should do a little more than 6 on these, maybe 8.
Sure. Have fun.
You ready for camera 2 yet?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to go to camera 2 and then I'm going to take my eyes off the screen for a minute because somebody's got to suit up.
Somebody has to suit up. I wonder who has to suit up.
It's not me.
Alright. Let's do some $8 figures now. And again, don't make any claims until we've stated the name of the figure. This is Yoda and Chian. Little kid. Again, Star Wars Saga. $8. I've got another Yoda. What is he doing there? I didn't realize I had 2 Yodas. Jedi Master Yoda. If you want to claim one of these, you just gotta let me know whether you want Jedi Yoda or Yoda with kid. I didn't realize I had 2 Yodas up here. That is, who do we have next? Endor Rebel Soldier, $8. I like him. Who do we have next? I can't see these guys, I'm so blind. Force Awakens, First Order TIE Pilot, $8.
Ooh.
Mace Windu with his purple lightsaber, $8.
Love that purple lightsaber.
Veronica misses her green car. Darth Maul, $8.
It's the season to have a green car.
There's pollen everywhere. I've been sneezing my head off all week. It's everywhere.
And I've been waking up with my eyes running off
Yeah.
my face.
$8. Take it home. $8. The Mace Windu is my favorite. He's just like screaming. He just has the most dramatic face of all time.
What do you think he's saying?
He's saying, do we have a bleep button that we could?
Yeah.
Can we bleep?
Come on, Tucky, help me out here, buddy.
Knocking him dead. Knocking him dead. May the fourth be with you. So many Yodas. I have all these Yodas. Nobody wants any Yodas.
What is the plural of Yoda? Yodas?
So there's not really a plural. Like, yeah, Yodas would be the plural, but that's like saying like 3 Johns or 2 Tims came to my house. Like, so that would be the plural. We don't know the name of his species, so we can't really like enunciate in that way. Let's see what we got going on here.
Come here, buddy. Come on.
Alright, Black Series figure. Ooh, I like the Han in the outfit. I wish it was Harrison Ford. We doing a blanket price on these? What do you think? Nah, they're all different, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know the prices.
They're all various prices.
Okay, then.
Alright. How about $8 for Finn? Jakku Finn. Val? You want to grab her?
Do I want to grab her?
You were grabbing for her. I'm not sure what you were doing.
I was just going to lean her forward
Sit
as
down,
she went around.
Okay,
Sit.
I need to know
Tucker,
how much she
sit.
is on the bottom.
Sit your fuzzy butt down. Come on.
$10.
$10 on Val.
That's not the Val from Andor, I don't think.
Val Vandor. Who is Val?
I think she's
Who's
from...
Val in Andor?
Isn't Val the Val? The lesbian girl?
Oh, is that her name?
I don't know.
I obviously don't remember. What did we say? $10 on her?
Yeah.
Selena's about to give me a dog. Like I want to hold the dog right now. Han Solo. He's got $20 on him in the store. What do you think?
$15.
$15. I understand that, but I'm in the middle of something. Han, $15.
You have to take them immediately.
And Resistance Trooper is how much?
Resistance Trooper is $15. Star Wars Black, 6-inch. Here's something really cool. This is a vintage
Oh, I love that.
Empire Strikes Back Millennium Falcon pilot pin. This is absolutely vintage.
I love that.
Oh, I love
From
that
like
too.
81.
There's a whole set of Star Wars.
80. From 1980.
I love that so much. It actually says
Brilliant.
Millennium Falcon pilot on it, right? Like a medal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still in its original
I love
case.
that
Like
so
that's
much.
a super cool collectible.
It's brand new in the box.
Yep, $25 from 1980.
What's Tucker doing? What is Tucker
I don't
doing?
know. We can't see. Pulls hat up. His hat's down
over
over
his
his
eyes.
eyes.
What are you doing to him?
Oh, he's an X-wing pilot.
He is.
This is a the baggie tape has been opened, but it's a mail-away Emperor with his baggie, his original Kenner baggie. Says Kenner on it. The mail-away brochure and his mail-away box.
Oh, cool.
He was available on mail-away well before he was available on a carded figure, so this is a little bit rarer. $25 for a complete mail-away Emperor with his box and everything.
Tucker is just like peeking out the corner, just looking like, why am I here? What are
He's
you
peeking
doing?
out of the corner of the stream, like his little tongue is peeking out of the corner of his mouth.
This is a sealed box. Speeder bike.
Ooh.
Power of the Force.
Ooh, I love that.
$20.
Love how white the speeder bike pilot is.
That's why it's not going to get deported.
That's the second time you made that joke. It wasn't funny the first time.
I think it's funny, so I don't give a crap.
Okay.
Besides this, never mind.
I'm doing social commentary. So, Darth Maul with his Sith speeder, sealed box.
You'd think
$20
this speeder would be black.
What color is it? Gray? Oh, it's not even. It's tan or something? That's ridiculous. The dog is sitting on my hair. This is just not.
His helmet's gone over his eyes
It's just
again.
not working. Sitting on my hair. Absolutely sitting on my hair. You're not gonna do your Toy Story lot? I got the prices and everything. Look at Tucker. He's so cute.
Shove him the back of his jacket.
What's on the back of his jacket?
His whole outfit.
Oh, he's an X-wing pilot. Of course he has
Of
a
course
thing on
he
the
is.
back.
His hat's down over his eyes again.
You know, it doesn't really fit him very well, so keeping it up is
Well,
not really
he's lost a
working.
little bit of weight. He's on a very strict diet. He's lost a little bit of weight.
What other segments do we have to do?
If there's an encounter,
We're not going to skip it. We'll do it last. You hyped it up. You can't skip it now. Let's do an encounter at Farpoint. I'm ready to talk about what excitement we've got going on. So you guys
that's cool,
didn't skip
UL.
anything.
UL said he got his Emperor by mail order, but they took so long sending it that they threw in a few of the small die-cast figurines as well. That's pretty cool.
Bill, that's a great question. Justin?
Yeah.
Did that Emperor have the booklet? And if not, which booklet did it come with? Because I have a stack of booklets on the bar.
Star Wars Return of the Jedi Collections booklet.
It has a Return of the Jedi Collections booklet with it, Bill. Let's do an encounter at Farpoint. Spin that animation. I'm super excited to make an announcement. I wish I had thought of this before 2 minutes after we started the stream. I would have gotten some graphics ready. But we are beyond excited to officially announce. I saw the white mailer box. Does it have the brochure from Jedi? What did I just say?
It had a brochure in it, yeah.
It's. I'm sorry, Justin. What did you say it was again?
It has a booklet. I don't see a brochure. I don't see any other brochure.
Okay.
It has a Jedi Collections.
It's a Jedi Collections booklet, is what it comes with. Bill, is that a claim?
Is that a claim? Am I ringing the bell? It looks pretty claimy.
I'm gonna go ahead and ring that bell.
I don't
for
think
him.
this book's rare. I mean, it came in other stuff.
I have a
think.
stack of booklets at the bar too, if that's a thing.
This is the book that was in it.
He said he wants that. There you go.
I'm gonna switch.
Camera 2.
It's a booklet.
That is a booklet. That is what I would
Complete
call a
booklet, and it's folded like this because it was
It
in the
went
box
inside
with
the
him
box.
for
Well, yeah.
30 years, 40
Yeah.
years.
All right, Bill wants it. What was the price on it again?
Ringing that
I
bell.
think I said $25.
All right. Who's that? Oh, you're bringing over the serious things now.
That's
I love him.
Jan Tosh
Are you just making up names?
No. Droids, all names are made up. Droids Jan Tosh. Complete.
Dang.
He comes with a black version of IG-88's gun. That's the right one. 125. And Droids Thal Jobin. Loose. No gun, just a figure. $60.
I was gonna do an encounter at Farpoint, and then we got distracted.
By items.
Go ahead, slide to camera one.
We kind of got distracted by the main point.
Tucker is just slumping. Go to camera one.
Is Dash Coast Guard from the Droids cartoon?
Yeah, he's from the Droids cartoon. I don't know if he's Coast Guard.
Do they have a Coast Guard in space? Is it still called the Coast Guard? Tucker is just flopping. He's just completely liquid in my arms here. He's just flapping down the table.
Well, we dressed him and didn't put him in front of a camera. He's a little confused.
He's in front of the camera.
Well, he doesn't know that.
I was about to say what I'm so extremely excited about. I can't.
Tell them
I'm
before
so excited.
Tell them before I blurt it out.
We are so excited. It has been probably 10 years, at least 8 years. It's been at least 8 years. I think it's been closer to 10 since we were sponsoring retro movie nights in South Jersey. We are once again sponsoring retro movie nights in South Jersey with our friends at Ventnor Square Theater. I am ecstatic to be doing this again. I love retro movie night. They kind of fell off when the old theater went out of business, and then it got taken over by our old partners at Level Up, and now they're out of business. So we are back in business with retro movie night down at Ventnor Square Theater.
Man, I loved retro movie night.
Claim that?
Yes.
Retro movie night's the only way I got to see Jaws.
We are jumping in with both feet right away. May 16th, 17th, and 18th. We are doing Ferris Bueller, and again, that is at Ventnor Square Theater. Check out our Facebook. We do have links to tickets. Tickets are only $6. And listen, we're not getting any money for this. We just do it because we love old movies and we just love retro movie night so much. I am really ecstatic to see this partnership taking off and where we're going to go.
We're going to do fun things too, like do some
we have a lot
trivia and probably some giveaways.
Yeah, we have a lot of really cool ideas for things that we have planned for the future.
Just goofiness.
VIP in the house, Casper checking in.
Casper.
I am super excited. This is not food, my dear. Super excited, and Phil and crew down at the Town Square Entertainment. Awesome bunch of people. Great group of people, and it's going to be really, really... I'm just so excited. Does he go back in the box?
I don't see why you wouldn't. Good.
Power of the Force Lando coin.
Interesting. I'm going to put Tucker down because he's literally falling out of
If you don't know this, Power of the Force figures came with coins. Lando coin, $25. And...
There's just slumping slowly.
Warwick coin, Warwick the Ewok coin, $25. Both are very good shape.
You can take his hat off.
He's just too liquid.
Just pull it. It doesn't clasp. There you go. Good.
So yeah, Retro Movie Night's coming up again. We're going to do one right before the summer, and then we're going to really get on it after the summer. It's going to be a good time to come hang out and see movies with us.
Yeah, at least Friday nights, possibly Friday and Saturday. There's 4 showings across the weekend. Last month they did The Great Outdoors. Keith, yes, that's exactly the retro movie the line series we're jumping into. Ferris Bueller is this month, and then we're taking the summer off, and then we're going to be back in September. We have some really interesting movies planned. We have some other interesting ideas for other events in the theater, whether there or at Ocean City.
And hopefully some perks for our VIPs.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get anybody too excited or anything like that. But
I said hopefully some perks.
We're workshopping some ideas with Phil and crew. He really gets it. You know, he's one of us. You know, we didn't know what to expect going into this meeting. Like, you know, he's wearing a polo shirt with a logo on it.
Yeah, we're like, are they going to be corporate shows and not understand? But their general manager, Phil, 100% is one of us, which is great. Yeah, The Great Outdoors. He was showing us the movie list that was going on there, and we're super excited. We used to do this years ago, and it was always fun. So we're excited to do it again.
I loved it.
And we're going to be doing it in a theater that I saw, like, you know, that was like close to my hometown theater. Although we came offshore and saw a lot of stuff at town, Ventnor Twin is close to where I grew up in Chelsea Heights, so like I saw Christmas Story there, and then we drove around and looked at Christmas lights afterwards.
I don't think I've ever been to this theater.
Really?
I don't think I have either.
Was it ever just 2 theaters?
Yeah.
Ventnor Twin, yeah.
Now it's 3?
That's what he said.
Yeah. Never been to the Ventnor.
And there's a restaurant attached to it.
So that's my favorite part, and I was going to get to that. Thank you for reminding me. There's actually a bar literally right next door, and you can bring yourself into the theater. Cool. For Ferris Bueller, they're doing a special. Cameron fries are going to be a thing that they're doing.
Oh, that's cool.
For the movie.
I love that you were like, do we know anyone that has a Ferrari like Cameron's dad?
First of all, I didn't say that.
I read that and I was
First
like...
of all, I have to stop you right there. I know you're trying to make fun of me, but I'm going to make fun of you right back. I'm going to make fun of you right back. I had no clue that that's even a Ferrari, so I would never have said, does anyone have Cameron's Ferrari? I didn't say that. I wouldn't have because I didn't know
Cameron's
it was a Ferrari.
dad's car.
I said Cameron's car. Cameron's dad's car, yeah. And you thought it was cute and funny that I said that.
I did.
I guarantee you know somebody who knows somebody that has that car.
No.
I guarantee it.
No, that's a different realm of
guarantee you know somebody who knows somebody.
Well, I mean, that's like 6 degrees of separation. I probably know somebody who
I guarantee you do.
has had dinner with Patrick Stewart.
It's not outlandish. Much like bathroom candy is not outlandish, and you made fun of me for that. We're going to talk about that
again.
Just like that's not outlandish. This is not outlandish for us to know somebody. So while you may laugh at me,
I don't think we know anybody that would ever bring that car out to Ventnor.
You don't know.
To any random place.
It's true. I mean,
you don't. You get no. Listen, you hit no balls.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
You hit no balls you don't swing at. So I figured I would just go ahead and swing.
I just love the whole concept of retro movie night because it's fun to be able to re-see the movies in the theater that I saw in the theater as a kid, but it's extra special for someone who didn't get that experience. Maybe they weren't old enough, like they weren't born yet, or their mother told them that they were too little to see Jaws and they threw a tantrum and a fit because they didn't think they were too little even though they were only 4. That could be a thing that happened.
Michelle said that the barbecue had one of those cars last year, so it's not like it's that crazy that no one owns one.
I doubt it.
You doubt it? You're calling Michelle a liar? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I mean, if you want to turn into that, maybe she's excited. But there may have been a Ferrari there, but I don't know if it was the same model.
I'm on Michelle's side.
But yeah,
well, let's look up what model it was now then.
But yeah,
I don't want to get into all that.
I refuse.
Maybe there was. I don't remember. I was at the barbecue last year, but I don't remember a super rare
That's
Ferrari.
awesome.
Yeah,
I just can't say anything.
So talking about cars and movie cars got me.
Apologize?
I'd like you to shut the fuck up, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You need apologies.
You already did the fake apologies, and you can stop. It's fine.
There's got to be some good movie cars around here.
So movie cars, it made me remember our commercial. It's been 5 years since our commercial. It's time for a new commercial.
Hey, what if they did a Mad Max one?
It's time. Mad Max what?
Retro movie night.
We talked about that. So this is what I'm most excited about. He's asking us if we have ideas and what movies we think we should do, what ideas for different kinds of events we think. The fact that we're being asked our opinion is really cool.
I mean, if it's Mad Max, I know somebody has an Interceptor.
Macho is asking if any of your Mezcos are still available.
Only Destro. Everything else sold.
Only Destro. You should let Rich know as well because he was trying to buy one. You should let him know that.
I will.
The one that he wanted.
Alex says Wikipedia says it's a 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California Spider, which means as much to me as it means to Penelope.
I like the word Spider. That's a cool word. That's the name of one of the
I thought the Spider was a Porsche. That's what Jimmy Dean was driving, wasn't it?
Listen, again, Alex is right. It means absolutely nothing to me. I don't know.
All I know is I'm excited about Retro Movie Night because that's the only way I ever got to see Jaws.
So I forget, he didn't tell us why, actually. I forgot to ask. They did Jaws in 2021 and they haven't done it since.
Really?
And it was far and away their best of all the movies.
Yes. Well, I mean, I was told I was too little. I couldn't go to the theater with them, and I threw a fit. An absolute, like an epic tantrum meltdown.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 4 years old and I remember it.
Yeah.
And I stubbornly refused to see the movie on VHS or DVD or on the small screen because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see that big shark in the theater. That was the only way I was going to ever do it.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much resigned to never getting to see it. And then they played it for Retro Movie Night, and I finally got the experience.
I love that you just out of spite refused to go see the movie in any other capacity, and like you literally never saw Jaws until like 50
Jaws came
years
out in 1975. I didn't see it until what, 2018 was it?
Whatever. Probably a little earlier. Probably earlier.
Yeah.
It would have been
2015 maybe.
Yeah, 2015 or 2014,
Yeah.
even earlier maybe. Hey, let's do some trivia. Look up some trivia.
I waited 30 years to see that movie.
Look up a Star Wars trivia. Let's do at least one. Selena, bring up that VIP trivia.
Oh, please hold. Your call is very important.
I wouldn't have done it if Please put on your thinking caps. It's time for VIP trivia.
My favorite question you said was too hard.
What?
Last year.
Huh?
My favorite question. Well, I can't say it out loud now, or everyone will look up the answer.
Okay. Trivia. Let's do at least one. And what are they gonna win? What do they win?
I don't know.
It was your idea.
I didn't come up with a prize.
I've got some Star Wars figures we can give away. What do you think? Darth Maul?
Yeah, put up a couple figures. We'll do it like their choice.
Okay. Oh, I love that. Alright. Darth Maul is cool. We're gonna put up a Darth Maul because he's awesome. What else do you guys want to try to win? I think a Yoda should be up here. Everybody loves Yoda. Ooh, an R2-D2? And a Yoda. Let's see which one. Not that one. Yeah.
So winner gets to choose.
Alright, whichever VIP answers this question correctly gets to choose a prize between R2-D2 Saga Legends, Sith Training Darth Maul, or Attack of the Clones Yoda. What's the question?
The question is,
now again,
VIPs.
You gotta be a VIP. If you're not a VIP, feel free to play along at home, or you can just join the VIP group.
Hal, Huffer's $10. He's G1 Huffer. Got some paint rubs, but he's alright. What scene in Return of the Jedi is Penelope's favorite scene? What scene in Return of the Jedi
Best question.
is Penelope's favorite scene? Now,
Best question.
Thank you, Hal. We got it. If you are a VIP and you've been paying attention to us for a while,
wow,
it's probably pretty obvious. If you've ever
Best
spent
question.
time in here at Christmas,
Best
it's
question.
probably pretty obvious.
Best question. Is anyone gonna get it right?
I don't know. What scene in Return of the Jedi?
If I had to guess who's gonna get it right, you know who I would guess is gonna get it right.
Our head writer.
No, actually no.
No, really?
No.
I think he pays the most attention.
I think someone else also pays a lot of attention to things we say.
Okay.
So there's.
That's a great scene, Hal, and that's a good guess.
It's not my favorite.
But that's not her favorite scene.
That
That might be my favorite scene.
So it's not just my favorite scene in that movie.
It's your favorite scene of the original trilogy.
It's my favorite. It might be one of, if not like my favorite movie scenes in history of all films.
So I was gonna say your favorite scene in the original trilogy, but I figured the guesses would be tons.
Yeah, you'd have to
So I
narrow it
wanted
down.
to just focus on that.
And it counts as a scene. It's obviously a scene.
100%.
But it's such a short, like, it's just a little micro. I love that no one knows. Somebody must know.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me. So that is fantastic. That whole Luke thing. The whole Vader seeing Luke doing that thing. And them ending the Emperor. Therefore, fulfilling the prophecy.
Come on, give me some guesses,
But let me
people.
tell you something.
Come on.
It means nothing. Because they broke... because they brought him back.
Jack and Alex both. I do love it when Leia kills Jabba. Not my favorite scene, but I do listen. It's up there. It is great. Leia rescuing Han from. Wow, nobody knows this. I'm shocked. So the two people that I would think would know do not know. Keep guessing because I really want to give away some things.
So we play this scene at Christmas.
We do. We play it at Christmas.
Over and over.
Over and over. It's not over and over really. It's just a 10-hour long version. You're split. Now you're giving them a hint. That's too much of a hint. I'm gonna still let them guess. Give them hints.
Does Leia really kill Jabba, or does she just knock him out?
I don't know. I always thought he was dead.
Yeah, I always thought he was dead.
I never thought about that.
I think his eyes are still open.
His tongue sticks out.
Yeah, and his eyes are still open.
If you get knocked out,
they
your
kinda
eyes can't open.
lollygag around.
Selena?
What?
You can ring the bell.
Oh, we're ringing the bell? Ring the bell.
I'll ring
Alex
the bell.
has guessed
Alex
correctly.
got it. Why is there a star after Pyre?
Because he
it's a
spelled
correction
liar
from
in the
above.
first time.
Oh, I didn't see
Vader's
that.
funeral liar.
Oh, okay, I didn't notice that.
The angel's playing
Her
him to his
favorite
rest.
scene is when Luke is watching lights Vader's Pyre.
Specifically, so it's all dark, and the way it starts, it's just the torch. They're focused on the torch.
Yes, and they pull back, right?
And he walks it over, and he lights it, and then he pulls back, and then he's just standing there, like, all upset, and then the fire, and, like, the mask, and it's such a bookend to the whole movie. I'm getting choked up because
it's
it
a
really
bookend to
fucks me
the
up.
trilogy.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a
is.
bookend to the whole trilogy. Like, it started out with this young kid on this crappy planet.
Not little Anakin. Not little Annie.
I view...
Because that starts out with a young kid on a crappy planet.
I view Luke as a child. Luke is a kid.
He's a teenager,
he's a
basically.
brat. He's a teenage
He's
brat
like a
at
senior
the
in high
beginning
school.
of the first movie. And the first hint that you get that he's a little deeper than that is the two sons when he's standing there looking out over the desert.
My favorite scene in the original
And you
Star Wars
kind of
trilogy.
get... It's a bookend from that two sons
Did
scene.
you know that's my favorite scene in the
I
original?
did. It's so a bookended scene from that, bookending to the end of the third movie where he is...
Luke's journey.
He's now a master. He's a Jedi master. He has seen his father die, sacrifice himself to save his son, and in doing so, bringing balance back to the Force.
And saving his father from the dark side.
And he saved him. He saved his father in return.
Yep.
And it's so moving. And I love it so much.
If the prequel trilogy was done better,
yeah,
it would have added even more weight.
Yeah.
So
it does if you like. Just think about like Vader's arc.
You have to headcanon a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but the movies aren't up to par to earn those first three movies.
Yeah.
But Vader's and ultimately Vader's sacrifice. I hate the sequel trilogy.
Let's just keep the three movies as the three movies. Let's just forget about prequels and sequels.
I hate. You want to know who the real villain is in Star Wars?
Rian Johnson is the real villain of Star Wars. This got claimed. Thank you, Hal, for your claim.
My favorite scene is when Han comes back, when it's the Death Star battle, and Han comes back to help him out.
Because he had left.
He's the mercenary. He's done his job. Whatever, he's out. He's got to pay.
Yeah.
He's got to pay attention to save his own butt.
I think it's interesting. So I think it says a lot about the personalities of the three people here in this room. Our three favorite scenes from Star Wars in general. That's your favorite scene of all Star Wars.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is that your favorite scene of all Star Wars?
Playing with toys.
He's playing with toys.
Yeah, that binary sunset with the music.
Yeah.
That is Star Wars.
And that's another thing. It's the music.
Oh, it's John Williams, and it's the same music for both of our scenes.
It's the same music for both the scenes. I think.
I mean, that's got to play at my funeral.
It says so much about the three of us. Your scene is like hopeful and like introspective, but in a hopeful way. My scene is like dark and introspective, but in like a sad way. And your scene is just like the merc coming in to do good.
The one that everyone had written.
Title of this comic. No, this comic is like
comes back
from 80 or 82.
82.
Somewhere
What's the title? What's the title? Put it on camera too so everybody can see the title. The Last Jedi.
It makes me want to burn that comic.
Alex, which I forgot to ask. I was so excited that you won and talking about it. I forgot to ask you. Would you like the Darth Maul, the Yoda, or the R2D2? You let us know at your leisure. They'll be here for you. The Last Jedi.
Hal's favorite scene is when with the I guess the the space battle above the Death Star and above Endor. Well, the forest moon of Endor. It's not Endor.
Yeah. The forest moon of Endor. R2. Alex, no sweat on that. And thank you.
Good pick. That's one I would have chosen.
R2, Alex. Grab him. Yeah, dude. There's just something about that. There's a melancholy.
What's everyone's favorite scenes from the original trilogy? I'd love to know.
Talk to us in the comments. There's a melancholy.
You know what? It doesn't have to be original trilogy. What's your favorite scene?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
What's your favorite?
Your favorite Star Wars scene?
Yeah, I am so. Listen, Andor and Rogue One have. The end of Rogue One, when you see Vader being Vader, and like all of everyone's afraid of Vader. You're like, oh.
Now you get why.
Yep, that hallway scene.
Because he's so reserved in the original trilogy. Because he
didn't even know how the Force worked yet.
Yeah, we didn't know anything.
George Lucas didn't know.
So for him and Obi-Wan to fight the way they fought, like and everyone's being terrified of him, and you're almost asking why are they so scared. And then in the prequel trilogy, Yoda's flipping upside down, and they're all doing backflips and stuff.
It's just wild.
And for that was so believable in the context of the original trilogy that he would be that badass, and that's why everybody was terrified of him.
Nothing has added to the Star Wars mythos and universe.
I agree.
More than Andor and Rogue One. Andor and Rogue One being a prequel, and some of the cartoons, honestly, like, Rebels is fantastic. But, you know, I hate to say this. I love cartoons, and I love anime. But somehow, and it's probably in my own head, they lose... because it's animated and because there's a little kiddie element sometimes, it loses...
Like gravitas?
Yeah, some importance.
Yeah, I understand.
When it shouldn't. I should be better than that.
Well, it's tough because, like... Alright, Cowboy Bebop's a great example of a very serious adult... Not adult in that way, but like an adult show that's very heavy themes. That can also be kind of light and funny, but it still overall has like a heavy theme, and the weight of like the ending and everything, it still kind of hits you. Star Wars is geared toward little kids. As soon as we got Ewoks, it's geared more toward kids. So for you to feel that way, I think it's deserved in a way.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not every scene has that.
There is some great stuff in Clone Wars.
So Jack's favorite scene is Yoda force pulling the X-wing out of the swamp. Dude, Yoda is...
yeah, that's a great scene.
Dude, Yoda was so cutting edge. He existing was just so cutting edge.
And the mystery of him. I mean, everyone knows what he is now, but back then, watching it for the first time in the theater, it was like, who is this guy? Like, what is he all about?
It was such a mystique.
Keith said the scene in Obi-Wan where Vader says Anakin is going... that's the scene where Obi-Wan's like, I'm sorry, and Anakin's like, I killed... Or Darth Vader's like, I killed Anakin. You didn't kill Anakin.
Yep.
That is an awesome scene where it's like the mix of Vader's voice and Aiden Christensen's voice.
And then it also retcons.
I was just going to say that. I almost feel like
that's the battle before.
They retconned it a little bit.
When last we met.
But it also retcons him telling Luke,
a young Jedi by the name of Darth Vader killed your father.
In a certain way.
It kind of did happen,
It makes it true.
Hal said,
Ewoks are vicious carnivores for children, Hal. But I'm going to tell you, and I've said this many times, I am the exact age of George Lucas's daughter, who he created Ewoks for. So Ewoks were literally made for me, and they hit the mark. They hit the mark.
Listen,
perfectly.
We need money. I'm going to do a bang-up deal on these Marvel comics. What did I say, 200?
You said 200. Yeah. That includes a reprint, a 35-cent reprint of one. It's a reader copy, but it's still there. Hello, Jimmy O. Nice to see you. Thank you for what you said about our anniversary. That was very sweet.
I told her what you said.
That was very sweet. Thank you. It's very cute of you.
$160.
160?
Yep.
Work that off. 160.
This is the part of the stream where Justin goes crazy.
You're getting 1 through 55 plus annual number 1 minus 22, 41, and 47.
And a fine version of...
and you're getting a fine version of the first appearance
and listen,
of Boba Fett.
If this doesn't sell, I'm putting this on the wall for $100. Just the way it is.
That's the way it is, baby. Maybe we put it in the VIP group.
There's VIPs here. VIPs
Andrew
are here.
Might not be watching.
They're here.
They might be interested.
They're not watching. That's their fault.
Right,
no,
okay.
I'll put it in the VIP group.
Be that way then. We did all 3 of our segments. We talked about our anniversary. We talked about Retro Movie Night. I should have brought up really should have brought up the poster. I'll have it next week so that we can pip it out. As a matter of fact, next week's Bartertown is going to be sponsored by Tilton Square Theater.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do that just to pimp it out.
Jimmy, I love this one, brother. Just talking about you, I went up to talk to a guy. You know, I just bought this 70.
If you're not Jimmy,
Coronet.
just don't listen.
But inside information here, Jimmy is one of my oldest friends. We've been friends since 95, I want to say. But anyway, I was talking to a guy, he's another Mopar guy. We were talking about cars, and we were talking about like, our first cars. And I was like, yeah, you know, I was away for 4 years, and I had friends that like paid to keep my car in storage. And he was like, are you still friends with those guys? And I was like, a couple of them, yeah, they're still around. And Jimmy was one of them guys. So anyway, Bill, I know just the one issue is worth more. I'm well aware. I'm just trying to sell, man. We spent money on this collection. We need to get that money back.
What's it Justin always says? I don't want to die with this stuff.
I don't want to die with this stuff. So, big takeaways from today's show. Thank you, VIPs, for being VIPs. We love all of you.
Always. That's every day.
If you are not a Farpoint VIP, it is $5 to join, and you get insane perks. My favorite perk is you get 10% off in store. If you spend $50, it pays for itself. If you're not local, you get free shipping in the United States. That pays for itself in one transaction.
Speaking of rebels.
Not the same kind of rebels, Bug.
Oh.
Not the same kind of rebels.
Speaking of rebels.
Not the same kind of rebels. Not the same kind of rebels.
Mitten box.
That is really
Not
cool.
the same kind of rebels.
1/18 scale. Gorgeous.
It is very pretty.
69 Dodge Charger. Speaking of Mopar, go look this up. What do I have? $200 on it.
You said 200 in the VIP group.
Go look it up. Go look. I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second to go look what you can buy one of these up for.
Rebels.
$200 shipped to your door. 1/18 scale. That's G.I. Joe scale, so you can put like your dreadnoughts in it or whoever else you think will be driving it.
God, can you imagine a bunch of dreadnoughts driving around in the general way?
I
can
imagine
absolutely
all the time.
Ridiculous.
So we have got. So let me go to camera one. I just want to talk about what to recap the stream. Thank you VIPs. We love you guys. We love giving you stuff. So the VIP trivia and the Tucky Bucks, we love it. May 16th, 17th, and 18th, there are 4 shows of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We will be there for at least 1 show, if not 2 shows, doing trivia and giveaways and just generally being cool in advance, hanging out. If you want to come and see a movie with your Nostalgineers, that's the best way to do it. If you check out our Facebook page, the event does have a link to buy tickets. They're only $6. You can't do anything for $6 in this world right now.
Would they let Tucker come?
I mean, I know a guy, so maybe.
Anybody,
is he wearing a Ferris Bueller costume?
Anybody else need anything? You know, anybody want to buy anything? Like, want me to go grab something?
We're in the mode.
I'm in the mode here. I need to sell some stuff.
I want to make back the money we spent on this collection so that I can put it back in the envelope it came out of that was slated for something else. That's where I'm at right now.
I think we've sold a couple Star Wars figures that it goes back toward. Definitely R2-D2 I think sold.
Okay.
There was another figure I think sold.
Okay, well I'll look at the list. We've got Retro Movie Night coming up on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. The very next weekend, we have a little something called It's a Toy Show coming up.
Oh my God!
Is that
What? The very next weekend?
Is that this month already?
That is 3 weeks from yesterday.
Okay.
Good God.
That is 20 days from today. 20.
Yikes.
20 days.
So, small head hon, thank you, Bill. This.
We sold a big head home.
So that was from the store. This Saturday coming up on the Ocean City Boardwalk is an awesome car show where the Farpoint Interceptor will be there.
Yes.
Our car club will be there.
I will be there.
We will be on the boardwalk with our cars parked, hanging out. I've never had my car on a boardwalk legally.
I'm just excited because I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go recently, and I get to be up on the boardwalk, and I think it's also some sort of event, like a Pokemon event happening at the same time. So I'm excited to catch some Pokemon and get in some steps. I'm stoked for that. But listen, the 24th, May 24th, here, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. There is nowhere else you want to be. Bill also needs a white hair band. We got one.
Yeah, it's a white hair band we had up.
Yeah.
With a nice saber.
With a really nice saber.
Not gray, he was white.
He was really nice. White hair Ben was... I just lost it. I just literally had it up
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view.
His cape is beautiful.
I just had it up here and it's gone. It went away. Because Facebook is trash like that. Obi-Wan, $40. White hair Obi-Wan complete, $40.
Not a double telescoping.
No.
But I mean, look at the tip on that lightsaber there.
Yeah,
That's
tip
not
is nice.
shoot off
He's
or
very
anything
nice.
like
His
that.
cape is nice. His coloring is nice. It's all just nice.
It's got the whole tip.
We are so excited about its toy show. It's going to be off the hook.
Jack.
That's for Bill and Ben here.
Jack, I got a deal for you. Jack, if you're paying attention.
Is this just for Jack?
Listen, tell Jenny I love her, and I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
Yes, he is.
If you want this, Luke, I know you need a farm boy. His saber's there. He just doesn't have the little skinny tip is not there anymore, but it's still a saber. The skinny tip's not usually part of it. $50. This is a nice white, not beat up farm boy Luke. So Jack, if you're still there, this is a Jack Vanderbeck price. If Jack passes, I think I'll open it up to the rest of the
This is
of
a Jack
the crew.
Vanderbeck only price.
But Jack Vanderbeck.
But Jack gets dibs because Jack is
Jack
after
Vanderbeck
this.
only dibs.
If Jack passes, I'll put it up. I'll put it up for everybody else.
And that's the kind of treatment you get when you're a VIP. What else can I say? What are we having for dinner tonight?
Can't afford dinner.
I mean, if we sold one more thing, we can afford to eat tonight. How about that?
No.
Listen, I have been eating, so I make myself.
Jack claim.
That was like a brute force. I feel like you brute forced him into that.
And yet
I made him a deal. He was like, I can't pass
and
that
yet
up.
it's
It's a deal
something
you
he
couldn't
wanted.
refuse.
Right.
It's something you know he's looking for.
I have been making myself Lunchables because, like, from the time I was a little kid.
Your own personal style Lunchables. Like,
Yeah.
You haven't been like getting Lunchables and eating Lunchables. You're
No.
making
I've
your
been
own
making
Lunchables.
myself Lunchables.
I just wanted to make
Yeah.
that clear. Like
I've been making my own Lunchables.
Yes.
If that wasn't clear, I meant that I was making them myself. I got these little containers that have 4 little squares, and I've been getting this like organics like sausage, right? Like Gouda cheese garlic sausage. It's amazing. And I've been getting little crackers, like little like whole wheat, like cracked corn, little fancy crackers.
Jimmy crack corn.
And little like cheesy like blocks. I've been cutting up little cheesy blocks, and then I've been putting grapes in there. And I even started doing hard-boiled eggs, which I'd like to. We need to get hard-boiled eggs again. I like them. And I've been like just eating little like Lunchable lunches. That's been what I've been eating. But my problem is that I'll eat like 2 of them at a time. I make 7, 1 for lunch each day of the week for a week, and I end up being done by Wednesday because I just pound like 2 a day. So.
There's a comment I don't understand, so I'll skip it for now. Hal said he's not the only one who sends us food. I think you are.
Keith wants us to come eat pork chops.
Keith, I will be there in 5 minutes.
Tempting. Can you put the R4 up
Only
again?
if there's pork chops or not
R5,
pork
D4.
Pork chop sandwiches. He wants to see the R4 once again. R4, the price we had. R5, D4. Sorry, he said R4. R5, D4. We had $30 on R5.
His sticker is very nice, and his paint is the sticker. It's not perfectly white, but you can see that in here. So the sticker's got a little bit of.
They are, Alex. I completely agree. Like from the time I was a little kid.
Stripes on his legs are beautiful. The chrome around his neck is beautiful. He's a very, very nice R5 D4.
The only way my mom
is not the painted bar.
Could get me to eat was
little bites.
She would like, especially in the summer when I'm outside playing.
Little buffets.
It would be a baby buffet. So she'd have like a hard-boiled egg cut in half.
It sounds so cute that she would do that for her.
And then like it just like reminiscing. There'd be a pepper and just be like pieces of like I need an entire green pepper. Was it on a plate?
Like what was it on?
It was on a little plate.
Yeah. So you'd be outside playing and you just like would it be on like you'd run over and like take a little bite and go back.
Sometimes you put it on the plastic McDonald's and tray too.
Or I would bring it over next to me. Like if I was on the porch. So we had a side porch. Like we had a
Which
porch.
house was this?
Richland
mostly, but also when we lived here on Route 40, she would do it sometimes too. I remember the specific memory I have.
Hal's right. Chris Wilde brings us freaking food all the time.
That's true. And Casper and Anna Maria have also ordered.
That was years ago. Anna Maria.
Amazon. She still counts and hatches.
I agree.
Talking of charcuterie boards, do you remember the amazing charcuterie board that they had at your wedding right before while you were getting ready?
No. So it wasn't for you. It was for the bride. Jenny brought it to me. My sister-in-law brought me this amazing charcuterie tray. I'm getting like ready for my wedding, and she brings me this amazing charcuterie tray, and I was crammed into a corset, and I had like 3 bites of it.
I, on the other hand, was not crammed into a corset.
Did Jenny get that? Did she pick it up and bring it?
She brought it to the door. Yeah,
I was starving.
I mean, that was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
What an experience.
So yes, to bring it all back around.
Keith, if you have a grill at the store, I will cook food for toys.
So my
Keith,
best friend.
We do have a grill at the store. Just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on camera 1. I was distracted by charcuterie. I'm hungry.
We do have a grill hiding in the back here somewhere.
Our wedding was freaking amazing. And I just shared a picture with
I should have done pictures and stuff, man.
So my best friend flew over, and he had just gone through it a few months earlier, his own breakup from his wife. A
very horrible and traumatic
breakup.
Yeah.
And he flew over to England and rented a motorcycle, an on-road, off-road motorcycle, and rode up and met us in Bath.
Yeah.
And he pulls up. And he had just gotten into shape because of the breakup, and he pulls up on this motorcycle,
he was having his whole renaissance.
And we're hugging and like great to see you, and he actually did our wedding.
He was the officiant at our wedding.
He played the flute as we came out, like
he played For the Love of a Princess from Braveheart on a flute.
And then the morning after the wedding, we hugged. He shook my hand. He got on his motorcycle and rode off into the horizon.
He didn't even know where he was going.
He didn't know where he was going.
He didn't know where he was going.
He just rode around England for a week.
Rode around England for a week.
On road, off road.
On a motorcycle.
Just he went wherever the spirit moved him to go.
What?
One of my fondest,
just amazing,
don't sound so
man.
happy about
one of
that.
my fondest memories of that trip is driving. We went out to Stonehenge as tourists first,
In case you didn't know, we got married at Stonehenge.
and then riding back from
We've
that.
said it at the time.
Riding back from that, I'm riding in the car on the wrong side of the road in England, looking at all this like rolling English countryside. I'm on the wrong side of the road.
We're on our way
it's
to Stonehenge, right?
No, we're on our way back from
Okay,
Stonehenge
yeah.
the first time, and we're crammed in this car, and in the back of the car, like almost in the trunk section, is Carrie playing.
Chicken fajitas? Keith, are you for real right
Practicing the flute.
Chicken fajitas. He's practicing the flute in the trunk.
I'm like,
I should have married this guy at Stonehenge.
I'm like,
You
how?
can't even see him. What is? You can't
You
tell
gotta
what's
touch it a
happening.
little bit. I'm like, how crazy?
Why are you?
I'm like, how crazy?
I thought you were
surreal.
bringing up a picture of our wedding. You're
No,
bringing up a picture of your man crush.
I'm like, how
my best
crazy
friend.
surreal is it that this guy is literally in the trunk of a car playing this beautiful music on this flute right now. Flute,
So
lute,
to
whatever it
this
was.
day, I cannot hear For the Love of a Princess without immediately breaking into tears.
No,
And him neither.
it's the Braveheart theme, and sometimes it'll come on my Spotify, and I'll blast it and start crying.
You didn't tell him what his makeup was for the
Oh, he put
ceremony.
a blue hand over his.
He put a blue hand on his face. That was just like a thing. It was like a woad thing he wanted to
great.
do.
Yeah.
Because of where we were.
He actually got that tattooed on his chest now, that same blue hand.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. He did.
I gotta get that.
Sure did.
I gotta get that picture I took of you in the mirror.
It's my favorite picture. One of my favorite pictures.
It's
we
one of
ever
mine.
taken.
It's one of mine too.
What's the hell? It's been a hell of a ride. So we've been together. This is our 21st year together. It's our 9th anniversary. We just celebrated on May 1st. Being married inside the circle of Stonehenge was one of the top 2 most magical moments of my life. When you're dying on your deathbed, you think of you remember all the things, and that's what number one thing right there.
I have some pictures of Stonehenge that, like, the coolest thing about them is that I took them because they're, real, like, close-ups where you're obviously
we were right
inside
there.
the circle.
Not anybody can just walk up to Stonehenge anymore. In
Yeah.
the 60s, I guess, you could do that. You could just walk up to Stonehenge. You can't do that anymore.
You can go at, like, solstices and whatnot, but there's tons of people there. Like, to have it for
Nobody
just our,
wants
like,
the Rebel
decent-sized group.
Alliance.
It's not the Rebel Alliance, mothership.
Wrong alliance, dude.
It's absolutely
not.
rebel.
Wrong alliance.
It's funny, but considering there was a tweet today that makes it not funny anymore.
Oh, really?
You didn't read the tweets we've been talking about all day?
No, what tweet was that?
He says that...
Underneath that stupid White House thing.
Yeah.
Dude, how freaking embarrassing.
The less said, the better. Just the rebel jokes are... Well, Luke got claimed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jack, great pull on that. So Keith is just trying to make me hungry. Steaks, burgers, chicken fajitas.
Yeah,
now I want chicken fajitas.
I'm really starving, and this is
Now
not
I want chicken
nice.
fajitas.
Stop.
I want chicken fajitas.
Hey,
Let's go get some chicken fajitas.
where?
I don't know. Some
Chicken
place with
fajita house. I don't know.
You wanted something bizarre the other day. You wanted nachos, and we went and got nachos.
I'm hungry.
I
I'm
want
ready.
chicken fajitas.
You know what? They weren't as good as I expected.
I'm ready to eat Tucker.
They were okay. They weren't as good as I expected.
Okay.
I was disappointed by them.
All right, I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'm not disappointed by the fajitas that I find.
Where are you gonna find them?
I don't know. Wherever I find them, and you're gonna take me down there. Why is that funny?
I don't know.
If I have to waste another AAA thing to get my car started to go get fajitas.
Listen, we have to go out
Hi,
anyway
Billy.
because we have to take Selena home. So
I wonder if
I'll
you can get
figure
AAA to come pick your car up and take you to a place to eat.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'm out of stories. I'm all
I
completely
guess we're not
done.
making any more. I got all these freaking Kenner vintage Star Wars figures.
Fajitas I can wrap in a flapjack.
There you go.
That is the taco place on the Black Horse in H.
He's talking about Tacos El Tío.
Yeah, they do. They probably do fajitas. What I honestly want are
Chili's
like.
has fajitas.
What about the really crappy Chili's fajitas? Like they're not that bad, but
I
like.
got frozen chicken strips in my freezer. I'm gonna go home
Can
and
I
make them.
revisit? Anybody want me to revisit these Star Wars figures?
Anybody want to spend money? Anybody on anything? I mean, it's all holds barred at this point. I'd like to make. My goal for today was at least $250 minimum. That was my goal.
I have
for
a
today.
lesser
Lesser
blue
what?
snag that we could sell for a better price and replace it with this one in the case. I think I have one that's not as nice, but he's
Bill
not
said
as
yes, please. Are you saying yes to the fajitas, or are you saying yes to you want to buy
So
more
revisiting
stuff?
parade out the whole
You can
damn
give me
collection.
the I got it already.
Show them everything you have in the case.
We can't bring the camera over there. We don't have a way to be remote.
How about what if you brought the figures in front of the camera?
I'm good.
They can be carried.
I'm gonna go grab the other.
Hal wants to buy modern GI Joes.
Hal has store credit, and the modern GI Joes are mine.
Okay, well, that's between you and Hal. Tacos El Tío, El Coyote, and EHT.
Bill has a blue snag.
Bill already has a blue snag. You said you needed one with the toe dent. This one's got a toe dent though, Bill. I'm just trying to sell you something.
Does it?
So there's the underneath of the foot has like an indentation, and then there's a dent on the actual thing. I thought it was too. Like maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe it's just one of those perpetuated myths that we're always confused by. So the thing I'm most excited for the toy show is that the museum is going to be open. The official I don't want to say it's fully armed and operational, but it's going to be fully open next to three Saturdays from now. It's going to be fully open at the toy show for the first time ever. So this is what Justin, are you listening?
I am.
Bill said that he's at 25 on the Emperor and 40 on Ben. He wants to get to $100.
What do you need, Bill?
Bill, tell us what you need. We probably have it in the case. Let's do this. I'm here for it. I'm here for this. I will be your personal shopper, Bill. Lay it out for me. What are you looking for? We've got a case full of vintage Star Wars.
Here's a bang-up deal.
I'm ready for fajitas. We're going to Chili's.
All right, I'm in. Anybody want 12 inches of Boba Fett?
I do. Soul-crushing 12 inches of Boba Fett.
So his left hand has been glued. He is near complete. He has his cape, his backpack.
A question about the hand.
Yeah.
Are you absolutely positive it's been glued, or is it just the two plastics interacting, which always happens with the hand and the arm?
It might be the two plastics interacting. I have a complete Tusken Raider. I'll do $30 on that. The cape is beautiful. She's checking out that hand.
So, I have seen a lot of hands jammed to the arms because of the way the plastic melts together. I do not think this is glued. I think it's just melted together. And this is a natural thing. I don't want to say natural because it's a chemical reaction. It's the hard plastic of the arm interacting with the soft rubber of the hand. This happens a lot with vintage toys, especially if they get like left together. It happened to a Mad Ball we had.
So it's legendary with IG-88's belt, 12-inch IG-88's belt and grenades. They melt together. All right, well, he's near complete.
I see nastiness from, where I would think it was glue, it's not glued. Like, it's not attached. Okay. So I don't think it's glued.
He's missing his gun.
You still can't turn his hand, though.
And his Wookiee...
His Wookiee scalp?
His Wookiee scalp. But he's got his cape, his backpack.
The Wookiee scalp's kind of gross.
He displays amazingly.
Dude, can you hear that click?
I was going to say, it's got an audible click.
$150 for a 12-inch Boba Fett. Look it up. You could part it out and make money.
12-inch. I love 3 3/4 inch action figures. They're a great scale. They're great for dioramas and small details. And I hate to be sexist, but as a little girl playing with dolls, growing up, I had my Barbies. I love the 12-inch, 11 3/4 fashion doll scale. I love the soft goods. I love it.
Here's another complete.
Camera 2, Selena?
Another complete. We have an army.
As I throw my pen over my shoulder.
Another complete
blue snag.
Blue snag. Now, as you can see, this one has the typical. You can see, the blue on the toes there a little bit. It got toe rubs. He does have a toe dent. Now I know what to look for with the toe dent.
Now, what does he have on the underside of his foot? Is there an indentation on the underside of his foot as well?
No, and I think I was wrong about that, man. Yeah, there's a slight one, and I always thought that's what they meant, but I don't think so now. I think it's that dent. I'm gonna have to go online and really look.
I'm gonna do it right now because I'm confused.
Well, he's got some boot rub.
And I don't want to mansplain, so I want to get the actual fact.
His belt buckle's nice, but not perfect.
He has his gun.
He has his gun, and as far as body discoloring, he's equally toned, so his body is not crazy discolored or anything. What did we ask on the other one? Like 370 or something?
370.
Yeah.
Deal of the night, $250. That gets us out of the collection. $250. You want a blue snaggletooth? Now's your chance.
I was just gonna say, now's your chance.
Selena, you got one?
Yes.
We got her one for Christmas one year, and we took a Star Wars book and turned it into like a book vault. and put him inside.
And at first I thought it was just a book, and I was like, oh, this is cool, I'll read this. And I was almost a little bit disappointed to realize that I couldn't read the book, too.
So, I don't know how old I was, probably 10, I want to say.
Yeah, so so it's 2 toe dents?
2 toe dents?
I'm sorry. Both of the snags we had up tonight are toe dents. Okay. And it is on the top of the toe.
There you go.
The dent. Like
I don't think the one in the museum is toe dent. So, 10 years old, I go to my grandmom's house for Christmas. My grandma, my mother's mother, was a wealthy family, and she always like hooked me up for Christmas. It was always like crazy. So I go there, and she hands me a big brochure, or it's wrapped, and I open the brochure. Now, I had got in my stocking. I had gotten like little travel games. You know the little things you'd use a ball. And you get it into the hole. It's like a game.
I remember them.
Yeah, like
it's what we played with before there was a Game Boy.
Yeah.
You know, little games you play with when you're traveling.
Yeah, like little skill games. And
but
stuff.
I was like, okay, my mom liked to stuff all kinds of stuff in stockings.
Yeah, that's what moms
candy and just goofy stuff.
Bathroom candy?
So I unwrap my grandma's present, and it's just a Disney World brochure. You know what I mean? It's like a magazine about Disney World. Now, I'm a smart young kid. Grandma, thank you so much. I love it. And she's shocked.
She thought you'd be crappy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still talk about it to this day, how what a good kid I was, that I wasn't upset by this stupid brochure. She said, you don't understand? And I said, what do you mean? She said, I'm taking you to Disney World. And we left the next day to go to Disney World with my grandmother.
You were still fine with it when you thought it was a magazine.
Right. Little did I know, she had ulterior motives. We drove down to Disney World there for Christmas because she was looking for property, and that's where she built the house in Florida. But anyway, that's my story about my first time.
It's adorable.
My first story of being at Disney
World.
World.
No missile either.
My first story about being at Disney World is that I've never been there. How about that? 45 years old, never been. Disney has never been my thing. Yeah. Like, obviously now they own the world.
I'd love to take you, but like, I'd like to spend that money on Greece.
I would way rather go to Greece. Or Machu Picchu.
I don't love
or the pyramids. Totally.
I mean, and you're gonna burn so much time standing in lines. Like, why?
That I don't care about. I'll stand in line for stupid reasons.
I don't know. You get a day pass. It's costing you however many dollars a day to go to that park. You got what, 8-10 hours in the park, and you're gonna spend 4 of them in line.
I will stand in line for stupid reasons. That doesn't bother me because I'm not.
You're not as ADD as I am. I can't stand. I am. I don't have the patience.
I don't. So here's the thing. I believe I have ADD. Maybe not as bad as you, but I do believe I have ADD.
Well, I believe you do too. It's just not as bad as mine.
I think it's impossible for me to be bored. I have a phone. I have the entire internet in front of me. I'm a writer. I can be writing.
But I didn't pay all that money to get into the park to stand in a spot playing on my phone.
As long as I get to go.
Like I can do that at the DMV.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'll wait in any line. Is there no one else? Bill, did you want to go back over? Bill wanted to get to $100. Did you want to go back over the figures we had available, Bill? Is there anybody specific you're looking for?
Or tell us what you're looking for specifically.
Let us know in the comments. Otherwise, we're gonna turn this bad boy off. What else?
And if there's anything anybody wants to see, now's your chance to sing out.
Fajitas. I need to make sure that Chili still does fajitas.
What's up with Mr. Potato Head over there?
He's from Toy Story.
Is it Toy Story Mr. Potato Head?
We just got this Toy Story stuff in, and we are pricing it up, and
it's ridiculous and cute.
I don't know what he does. He's a vintage. He's from the original line.
He's a Mr. Potato Head, so he's just potatoes. You can put all the stuff.
Bill's claiming the sand person, Tuscan Raider.
Thank you, Bill.
Did we have one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I brought one out.
You didn't see him?
I forget what price I said.
Yeah, Bill, remind us what price we said because I didn't write it down.
I think I said 30.
I think so too. I don't know. Meanwhile, Mr. Potato Head's eyes are googly and goofy.
We're sitting in a place right now that has 3 blue snags.
Only 3?
Yeah.
Oh, we sold 1. We sold 1. We had 3.
We always had 3. We now have 3 again.
Yeah. Why is Mr. Potato Head off? He's off crack.
He is a bit. His mustache is off crack too.
His whole.
Bill would like to know if he's at 100.
If assuming the Tuscan Raider was 30, that's 55. 55 and 40
is 95.
Is 95.
You're close enough.
You're close, Bill.
Close.
We can round you up.
I was going to say we can make it 100.
Are we selling the potato? Are we sure we want to sell the potato?
Pretty sure I want to sell the potato.
Just buy my potato.
Fix his mustache.
What do I want from Mr. Potato Head?
I don't know. He wasn't on the list of things we priced.
$20. I don't know.
$20 for a Mr. Potato Head?
Vintage? Wow.
That seems. Hold on.
Fixing these for
It's
coffee.
not edible, Hal. It's not that kind of Mr. Potato Head. How old is he? He doesn't have a price on him.
That's probably 95, 96 from Toy Story. Tell you apart.
No, I'm just trying to figure out a time on him. There's no. He's timeless. He doesn't have a copyright. Oh, here we go. 1985.
Oh, it's because it's the original mold. But that's definitely the Toy Story version.
1-800-PLAY SCHOOL. The phone number is there. Interesting.
He's got a hole for a hat.
He does. He does not have a hat. He has a tongue.
He has a hat?
Where?
It's right there. A green hat next to your cup.
Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
I love that. One
Nice
toy I
cider.
never played with.
Alright, we're going to go to
I think we're gonna go to Applebee's. I need to reassess my financial
Applebee's
situation.
or
Wherever, whoever has the fajitas at Sizzle.
Chili's baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce.
I'm really glad we turned this Bartertown around because you were being really shitty for a minute there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really glad we turned it around. His hat tried to make a flyer.
So they only ever made in 1961 56 Ferraris 250 Spider California Spiders.
Okay.
56 cars in 1961.
Yeah. All right.
They sell for
Why
upwards
so
of
few?
$10 million now.
Maybe we could get one out. Maybe we could get one out. I have no idea what Captain Nemo was trying to say, and I can't believe I just said out loud that I have no idea what Captain Nemo was trying to say.
Why so few cars would they make of 1 year?
I don't know.
Because that's listen, back in the day, Ferrari and Lamborghini were boutique-y.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
made for rocks for
The
movie
uniqueness
stars.
was part of the selling point.
Bill, we were originally asking $200 for the comics. We are slashing prices.
$150.
That's even less than I was gonna say.
It's
Oh,
cheaper
really?
than the last
Oh,
one.
what did I
You
say,
said.
You said
170?
You said
160.
160.
Damn,
Now they're
150.
150.
Dude just did himself out of $10 live on stream.
Ridiculous.
In another 5 minutes, maybe they'll be lower.
Maybe I'll be able to. Maybe I'll use it to go buy Chili's.
Another 5 minutes, I'll be hungrier.
Chili's. Well, if we invoice him fast enough, we're gonna be able to get money before we.
Yeah, listen. Most of you VIPs and friends and watchers are really good with coming and picking up your stuff or paying when we invoice you.
99%.
Hal is always on it. Jack is always on it.
Dave is always on it. Who
you know,
else is always on
so
it? I could name everybody.
Hal,
Veronica, always on it. You guys are always on it.
even the ones that don't pay invoice when they come in to pick it up, all come in once a week at least to pick it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but man, the ones that don't,
Please
gotta
do.
go. Us sitting on product hurts because we need to flip this money. We live and die by what we do. And listen, there's only one or two. You know what I mean? I'm not calling anybody out specifically.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying we appreciate y'all.
Yes, let's
that are
make it
on the
positive.
ball.
It's a positive spin. We
Yes.
appreciate those of you. Nick is hoping on them.
Hopping.
Nick must be someone who cares about comics.
I don't know who Nick is. Bill.
Me neither, but
You know who Bill is,
We're gonna
right?
find out because when he hops on, we're gonna meet him.
Bill worked at Home Depot.
yeah.
But he was also like, oh, you didn't come to Bill's funeral. Or, not funeral. I guess it was like a funeral. It was
Dex, you killing somebody else?
Memorial.
And yeah, Memorial. But Bill's been around people I know for a long time. But he's like friends with Skylar's boyfriend.
Yeah, Bill is Skylar's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're just sitting here staring at each other.
I'm trying to read what Hal wrote, but I don't understand what it says.
It's not English. I can't. It's best to just glaze over, and you know just glaze over because I can't understand what you're trying to say. I'm good. I'm starving. I'm good.
Are we good?
You good?
I guess
I'm
good.
good.
Am I good?
Are you good?
I think I'm waiting to see about the comics.
Are we?
Yeah, I
chill
think we
here?
should kind of give him a, if he's
Alright.
bringing somebody in, we should give him a little more
We're gonna
time.
give Bill's friend Nick a minute to hop
We
on.
should tell a story or something.
I'm out of stories.
Oh, story.
My hot five is a
Your hot five-
VIP
your
Star
hot five
Wars
is chili.
trivia.
What about it? Are we doing another one?
Yeah, VIP Star Wars trivia.
We're doing another VIP Star Wars trivia. You get to choose between Darth Maul and Yoda. Where did they go? Are they still up here somewhere?
VIP.
Oh, Hal's
Star
joking about
Wars
paying in literal coin.
Trivia. VIP Star Wars trivia.
So whenever we go to the Ren Fair, I always make sure I have Sacagawea gold coin dollars. Whenever we go, because I like to pay in gold when we go to the Ren Fair.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's cool.
What G.I. Joe character did Ray Park play in the 2009 G.I. Joe film, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra?
That was a very well-worded question. Selena actually had a really good trivia question, too. I don't even know the answer to the question you asked.
I think I do, but I have to Google it to be sure.
That's deep. She texted me a possible trivia question.
What character did Ray Park, who played Darth Maul, play in the 2009 G.I. Joe film, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra?
Stacy is watching. Hello, Stacy.
We got dressed up to go to that movie, and we're so embarrassed at the end of it.
Did we get dressed up?
We did. Hal, that is incorrect. Jack, that is correct.
Ring the bell for the man. Jack, would you like the Yoda figure or the Darth Maul figure?
Keeping me up, Stace, I'm beat. I am tired. My cousin Stacy, everyone. Probably the person alive who has known me the longest. No, Uncle Jim. I still have an old person around.
An old person.
My cousin Stacy. I've known her the longest.
Longer than anyone, you know.
I'm older than her, which she always reminds me of.
I have one friend on Facebook that I've known since kindergarten, but we completely fell out.
Oh, Stacy's mom has known me forever.
Yeah, we were best friends in kindergarten. There's a picture of me and her in our kindergarten class at our St. Patrick's Day party. We're hugging, and we have shamrocks painted on our faces.
That's
we're wearing
ridiculous.
these little green ridiculous hats, and it's the cutest picture ever. We fell out when we moved away from Richland. We fell out.
It wasn't a fallout so much as
No,
it was
it
a
wasn't.
drift away.
Yeah, it was a drift away. I moved. Maul goes with questions, and I'm friends with her on Facebook now again, but we don't really talk. But she's still there. You know, someone that knew me when I was 5 years old does exist in this world. So
Besides
kind of
me.
That's kind of like comforting in a way.
Stacy went tulip picking in the rain. That sounds
That's
like a Jackson Brown song or something.
Jack, I got your Maul. Thank you for that.
Pepe, how old were you when I met you?
I don't know, 3 days, 2 days.
7.
Yeah.
7 days?
It was a full week.
Really?
Yeah.
A full week of peace.
She
Is
was.
that how long they used to keep them?
Yeah. Well, she
What were
was,
you doing for that week?
I was staying with my Aunt Claire and my cousins and my Uncle Bob. Getting into all manner of
You were
mischief.
7 or 8?
8.
Yeah, that's
Eight
funny.
and a half.
That's Johnny and Julia's distance from me as well.
Yeah.
I was.
And they're exactly between me and her in age, which is cool, right? Or are they younger than me?
I was,
Johnny and Julia?
Are they older than me or younger than me?
They're 8 years younger than me, so they're younger than me.
Oh, okay.
I was playing outside out front of my aunt's house when one of my cousins, Tommy, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
came out and told me in a slightly mocking sing-song voice that I had a baby sister, and I didn't completely understand right then why that would be a sort of thing that he would be somewhat teasing me about.
Rude.
So
He had many younger siblings and knew what I was in for.
they didn't know that my brother and sister were twins,
That's wild.
right?
The fact that that's a
In
thing,
83.
that's wild. 83, yeah, they were 4 years
Oh yeah, they were like, wait, there's another one.
That's
How?
crazy.
So
wild.
when I was in school that day,
That'll
and they
that'll
called
make your
me
head
to the
explode.
office and said,
Can you
you have a
imagine?
brother and a sister.
And you were like, "What the hell? Did they get a 2-for-1 sale?"
All right,
So I was ecstatic.
It was either.
No, I didn't know my father was going to choose that family and leave with them and leave with me. I didn't know that any of that was coming.
You didn't know
So
that
I
was
was just,
coming.
I was just
Possibly-
ecstatic.
You're still excited
Been
at
that
this point.
excited.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, Penelope, you must have been born on a Saturday or Sunday because I was outside playing at 9-something in the morning
It was a Saturday.
because I would have been
I
in
believe.
school otherwise. I
Hold
think it was
on.
a Saturday too.
I
What
think it
do
was a Saturday.
Stacy and Penelope have in common?
Is that a
cousin
VIP
Stacy.
trivia question?
Yeah.
Because you didn't even remember.
I didn't. I knew it was close, but she had to remind me.
It must have something. I just was talking about when she was born, so it must have something to do with birthday.
Born on the same day.
It was a Saturday. Yeah, it was a Saturday.
Yeah, it would have had to have been because I would have been in school at that hour of the morning otherwise. Like I didn't
Yeah.
find
It's all
out.
good, Bill. Thank you for even asking. We appreciate you, man.
I didn't
We are
find
going
out.
to send you a invoice, if that's cool.
And listen, Bill, if there's any other figures you're looking for specifically, we can see if we have them in the
Say it,
store.
yeah.
So shoot us a message. I saw you already did. Thank you for that.
You can use some of that Home Depot buyout money.
If you've got a list of stuff you need, let us know. Stacy,
Amazing
yes.
Virgos. Okay.
All right, listen, this amazing Virgo is going to go eat some amazing fajitas.
Let's go do this.
I'm ready.
We're out. We appreciate every
We will
one of
see
you.
you guys
Stacy, let's hang out this week. Stacy, next Saturday on the Ocean City Boardwalk is a car show. We're going to have all our cars up there if you want to come hang out or come check
It's
us
going to
out.
be cool. I tend to avoid car shows, especially ones in the sun, but I'm excited about this one. I'm stoked.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging. VIPs, we appreciate you. We're gonna put some of this back up in the VIP group. If you have any more claims, let us know.
Cool. Bye.